Oh shit. Hey, I'm still setting up. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Good timing, good timing. Hope your stream went well. Hey, Dragon Spirit, how's it going? Hey, Booyah Grandma, how was your stream? I'll talk to you a little bit while I'm still setting up. Whoa. Thank you for the raid, my guy. Good to hear, good to hear. Last time I watched you, you were fixing things in a cave. Like digging rocks. Is that still a thing? Race the raid timer to fix a bug and we won. There's a raid timer? To fix bugs? That sounds like it would give me so much anxiety, but good job. PC redesigning. Whoa. Let me give you a shout out while I'm still. Wait, it's always too. Oh yeah, dude. How did you come up with your name, by the way, Booyah Grandma? Because it's hilarious to me. It's a good name. It makes me want to say Booyah Grandma. Probably working on Lava Lamp today, and then maybe playing some games. I'm still not like 100%. I'm getting there. I'm like 80%. So I might. Brain's still a little cooked. So I might code for a little bit and then play like Minecraft again or something. Yeah. I did it. I finished setting up. Let's go to this one. Wahoo! Hello! Dragon Spirit Games, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hello everyone. Listen. It's me again, sort of. I'm still a little nasally. Don't worry about it. I'm fine, probably. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Get your flu shots, though, is what I'll say. That's, yeah, do that. Get your, hydrate, you okay? No, it's caves today, NPCs, yeah. Nice, man. I shouted you out, too. Okay, cool. All right, and I finished setting up. Okay, and the music's changing to the hello music. Hello, everybody. That getting better? Me? Too. I hate being sick. Wow, I'm not a fan. Give head pats. You got it. No, it's the worst. The thing is, you ever feel like your life? You ever feel like your life is like? This is what my life feels like sometimes. It's a big hill made of snow, and at the top is this little tiny snowball. This is what my life is. It's this little tiny snow. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Sorry about that. Windows needs updated, but I'm not gonna let that happen. This is how my life feels. It's a little snowball on the top of the hill, and it has a lot of potential energy. And if something goes wrong, say for example, I get the flu, it starts to roll down one side. And the thing about a snowball rolling down a hill made of snow is that the snowball gets bigger as it continues to roll. And your task is to get the snowball back on top of the hill. But every time you wait, it gets bigger. For example, here's something interesting. Did you know you have to pay your bills? I was just made aware of this. Yeah, I didn't know. The way you pay bills in Japan, unless you have set up autopay, which I did, but it didn't kick in yet. It kicks in this month, but anyways. Is normally you go to like a kombini and you pay in cash. You like hand them your bill and you pay them in cash, right? Here's the thing. My bill was a little bit too much money this time. I didn't have enough cash. So I needed to go get, I just reminded you need to go do that right now. Go. I'll see you later. Go pay your bills. Don't forget to pay your bills. That's where we're going with this story. Yeah, so anyways, I had basically $50 and my electric bill is $80. Have a good stream? I will. Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Take it easy. Can't wait to see you stream again. Thank you for streaming. 100%, 100%. Thank you so much for your stream and all the hard work you do. Otsukare-sama. Yeah. So I had like $50 on me. My bill is about $80, and I need to get cash out, right? But I had the flu, and I was like, ugh. I don't want to move. I don't want to leave my house. The snowball is starting to roll down the hill. I got to catch this snowball. I mean, I'll just go tomorrow to get cash. Whatever. Okay. Well, here's the thing. The place that I normally get cash out, they started construction on the next day in front of the building, which means the ATM was inaccessible. Because the ATM is inaccessible, I couldn't get money out. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I'll go to a different ATM. The thing is, all of the ATMs for my bank card close at 8 p.m. and it was like 7:30. So the nearest one was like 20 minutes by train. And I'm like, well, I'll go try to like catch that one. There's a whole other long, complicated story about why I can only use certain ATMs right now, and I don't. It's not a good reason. It's very dumb. So I was like, okay. I go to a different bank to try that one. By the time I get there, they close a little early, so I couldn't get any cash out. Because I can't get any cash out, I couldn't pay my bill. So I'm like, okay, this is fine. I'll go online and I'll ask them for a new bill. And so I go online and I'm like, hey, I didn't pay my bill on time. Can I get a new bill? And they're like, yeah, but since you changed your payment method over, we can only give you a new bill for the new payment method, I think. I'm not that good at Japanese, to be honest, so maybe they didn't say that, but that was my understanding. But since I just changed my payment method over, it would be rebilled to the auto pay thing, but the auto pay didn't exist when I got that original bill. So I can't get a bill for the old cycle to pay in cash because it's on the auto pay bill cycle, but it wasn't set up in time to pay. This is Japan. I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully I just continue to have power, and at some point they send me a new bill. Because otherwise, I don't really know how we reconcile this. And the whole time I had the flu, and I was like, huh, this sucks. Yeah, so that's the snowball. It's just like one thing goes bad, and then more things go bad. Life is like that, is all ups and downs all the time. Yeah, but I feel like today and yesterday, I had a really good day. I hung out with my friends. Yeah, in the middle of the stream, electricity goes poof. Yeah, that would be... If I just disappear for some reason, it's probably because I got my power cut. Yay! We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. You have like 3 months to finish paying your bill, and it's been like 3 days. So it's gonna work out. Probably. It's probably gonna work out. Don't worry about it. Welcome back. Like you're feeling better. I am feeling quite a bit better. My voice is still a little, as you can hear, like it's a little nasally, a little gross. But I'm on the road to recovery. I'm doing better. I at least like sound like myself again, which is nice. I missed yapping. I'm so glad I'm back to yapping. But yeah, no, it's been yeah. I don't like having the flu. Next year, getting the flu shot. I don't know how you do it in Japan, but I'll look it up, and I'm not dealing with this again. Yeah. I don't know how I got sick through a computer, but it happened, like geographically separated. Yeah, I mean that's what's called a computer virus. You can get sick from your computer from a computer virus. That's how they spread. Yep. That's the nomenclature. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. I'll probably still have power. And if not, I can just move to a different apartment. It won't matter anymore. Out of my hands at that point. My life hack to never get sick, never go outside. I should have done that. Should have just stayed inside on my computer. I could have just made games. Didn't have to quit to go to Wild Jam. It would have been great. I had a really good day yesterday with my friends. I like leaving my house, unfortunately. I did not yap as well when I was supposed to stream last Monday because I had a massive headache. You stream Dragon Spirit Games? What do you stream? You a game developer? I'm stalking you now. Twitch.tv/Dragon Spirit Games. Do you code things? Are you a coder, developer? Ah, I see the purple side. Yeah, I'm gonna, yep, give me that. I'll check you out. Well, I'm sorry that you had a headache. Hope you're feeling better. Don't get kids, you'll be effed anyways. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Need rest? Good night, Hero Slippy. Thanks for stopping by. I do stream my own game called Gaia. Nice. What's it about? I mean, I assume like Earth, based on the name, probably. Or space. Earth or space. Earth or space, or not either of those two things. One of the three categories, yeah. There's only 3 types of games. Earth, space, and neither. Yeah. I went to the arcade yesterday with some friends. I didn't even tell you guys about a conversation I had actually too. So I was walking with my friends yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm not going to work today because my throat's still, or like my voice is still kind of dead. I was like, what are you guys gonna do? And they're like, oh, we're gonna go to the nearby station and get some food. And I was like, oh, do you mind if I tag along? They're like, yeah, of course. And I'm talking to them, and they're like, you know, afterwards we could go to the arcade. And I was like, oh, I love the arcade. Yeah, I want to go to the arcade. And they're like, and we could play some My. And I was like, oh my god, you guys play really good? Yeah, he's like, yeah, like My. And they go, yeah, literally every day this week and last week we've gone to Gigo in the morning for 2 hours before class. And I was like, you know, I go to Gigo 2 hours every day before class. Turns out we'd both been going to the arcade and just never crossed paths with each other. But now we go together. We play My. My is awesome. Go play My. It's the best game ever. Yeah. All right. Today, we're going to make games. It's been a while since I was working on this game, so I don't really remember where we left off with this. But let me actually run the game. Let me actually get the game running. About that. I think what I wanted to do next was... let me check the Obsidian checklist. I think it was the boss enemies were next. I think. I also need to finish fleshing out the different class abilities because we only have a couple. And I need to add more, like up to probably like level 100 or something. I don't know. I'm trying to, I think I might want to do some of this game a little bit differently. Because I was watching a couple other streamers who do like chat integration stuff. And they controlled a lot more of their game through like channel redeems. And like, the thing is, I know we built the Discord bot and that's really cool. But maybe it would be more fun to do things with Twitch redeems. Maybe. I was thinking maybe there is a world in which you pay points, like channel points, to get XP. And instead of like doing RPG, like killing stuff in the game to get XP, you literally just turn points into XP. And like, then you're fighting things not to get experience, but to get like the drops of the things. And the thing that gates you is how many channel points you've been able to spend. The other thing is this kind of like parasitically like drains points that you would want to use for other things like hydrate rewards or whatever. Like you'd only really want to spend the channel points on the game. I don't know, but I want to do something more with this. So I might actually spend a little bit of time today figuring out like how to do channel points. Hey Vaseboy, also hey Leviathan. I didn't say hello to you. And Technova, hello. I think maybe we could do something with this. I need to look at the documentation a little bit to like figure out exactly what I want to do with this. And also I think I'm gonna look at the game like kind of holistically today too and clean up some things that I wasn't like super happy with so far with development. But this is definitely something I want to take a look at because I was watching Bad Cop, I think was the person. And they have like a fishing mini game that you spend your channel points on, and they're like so many people were engaged just playing the fishing game. It was kind of cool. Also, like other redeems like Hydrate also give you XP. Oh, that's an idea actually. It'd be cool is if they were unique to the redeem, or like the reward you get was unique to the redeem. So like, let's say you do the Hydrate, right? So it's like, I think it's 100 channel points for Hydrate. This gives you points in like the Hydrator class or something. Something like to do with the actual redeem that you're doing. Same with like the Headpat class. Like it'd be like the Necromancy class is the Headpat class or something. Bad Cop, yep. Dude, that channel is fun. Also, hey, Idiomoniac, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you again. It's good to see everybody again. I really miss streaming. I missed you guys when I wasn't streaming Monday. I was so sad. I just stayed at home and ordered food. It was really sad. Like, legitimately sad. I think it's 2 weeks since I looked in the mirror and I'm satisfied with my physique. Nice, man. That's awesome. I've been feeling kind of garbo because I haven't been able to go to the gym on account of having the flu. So I'm going to try to go tonight, see if I feel better. But like, man, I miss working out so much. I miss climbing. Would throw something give you attack stats? I think it would be cooler if you could spend any arbitrary amount of points for XP, or maybe, well, hang on. Maybe it's not XP at all. Maybe there's literally no XP and you just increase your stats with redeems. That's an idea, actually. It's like 100-point redeem just literally gives you +1 attack. That way you don't have to mess about with like XP and stuff. And if you do this, it just adds 1 to your level. So your level still analogs with how many like stat points you have. The thing is, like, the XP is kind of fun because it gives you an incentive to kill things. The good thing about removing this, though, is then you don't get, like, pinged as much in the Discord. Your abs are showing. Nice, man. Hell yeah. Welcome to the abs club. What is being yapped? I want to do more stuff with channel point redeems in the game we're making, in Lava Lamp. Because, like, actually, I forgot to run the game still. My WebStorm is about to die, by the way. My license, I have to renew my WebStorm license. What is this? Connection refused. I need to run the game. But basically, I was watching a couple of the game dev streamers, and I think it was really cool that they have like more redeems integrated in their channel. Reset game redeem for 10k, just 10k resets the whole game. That seems a little a little on the cheap side. Reset everyone in the game for 10k points. Can't you get that in like a week? 50k? It'd have to be like the very funny like 9.999, right? Because otherwise you're just resetting a bunch of other players. That feels pretty bad. Yeah, so I want to think about like maybe there's extra redeems that are just plus attack or whatever, and maybe the throw gives you like plus 10 or something, or it gives you half the amount it normally would, but you still get to throw something at me. So like the throw redeem is 1,000, I think. Let me check. Throw is it's 500. So if I was going to say 100 is plus 1 attack, then the throw redeem would give you plus 2 to attack. But you get to spend 500 points and throw something at me, or something like that. Or maybe it scales the exact same and it's just a more fun way to do it. I don't know. Or maybe you add cooldowns to these redeems, so you get to be the special person that gets to press the button. 20k for 2.5 stats boots for 30 minutes, IDK. I wouldn't want to do temporary things because I feel like that kind of feels bad. Like if you spend a bunch of points just for like a temporary thing. I'm not sure. When are new mobs? I'm one-shotting these. There's lots of stuff that has to... Oh, it's literally just you, and you're invincible, and you're one-shotting all the mobs. Well, good for you, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about like maybe restructuring a little bit of the game, because I think this is more cool. It'd be worth it. 20k seems like a lot for just 30 minutes of stat boost. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots of like interesting ways to take this. Also, is the game showing up correctly? Yes, it is. Yeah, I like now that I'm off the game jam and I've had like a week to think about this game, there's a lot of stuff that I think I want to change, but I might press through with what we have now and then worry about making different changes later. The only one that's weird is like stat changes. I don't want to get too far into the project if I'm going to refactor how stats work, because then it probably implies I have to do a reset or something. Or not necessarily a reset, I can like retrofit everyone's current stats. I just have to update, like run an update through the database to fix everyone's stats or something. So we need to like do a separate script that fixes the stats, but I don't know, just some things to think about. Like hydrate can maybe give you like wisdom, like +1 wisdom or something. Something like this. Maybe first then add-ons or else you fall into feature creep. Yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily feature creep or more just like feature change. This part seems like it was going to be a big amount of work for me, so maybe I leave this off the table for now, but yep. Is there a specific amount of points we gain every 10 minutes or something like that? I don't actually know how Twitch points work. I know you get them just for being in a channel and watching, but I don't know specifically how they work. How do channel points work on Twitch? I don't actually know. Is there a... Give me automatic when you log into Twitch? I know sometimes you can click the chest button that gives you extra, but I don't really know. Certain villagers, a click to claim notification at the bottom of the chat window. What a weird like piece of engagement. I don't know. As if you're sub, not sub, chatting, or a lurker. Ah, here you go. So if you're watching, you get +10. If you're active watching, what's the difference? All right, I still vote small cough. Non-subscribed viewers receive points every 50 minutes of a live watch time. Click to redeem. Oh, that's the click the button thing. I see. Viewers receive points for joining a raid. Viewers receive points upon a new follow. Oh, this is literally the first time you follow. And then you get it for watch streaks. Interesting. 5 consecutive streams. Each stream must be 10 minutes long, and it must have been at least 30 minutes since the last stream ended. Huh. What a weird stipulation. I wonder about how they had to add that. Hey, Merlin, welcome in. How's it going? Good to see you again. One hydrate for you. You got it. Yeah, so it's first subscription gift is another thing. Yeah. Matt, what the... Oh, is everything okay? 1 second, my friend is calling me, and he's a texter. This could be bad. Hello, I'm back. Hello, sorry. I hope the music kept you entertained. Everything's fine. He just called me to talk. What a weird... What? What? Who does that? Hydrate? No, he just had a genuine question. Hydrate, you got it. Okay. Somebody lips, what is he saying? Luckily, when I'm talking, my mic is muted. And when my mic is muted, the, So the way VTubing, like... No, my notes. The way VTubing works is there's two things that determine like the mouth movements on the model. To mouth. There's one which is literally like my webcam. What the webcam does is literally it's looking at my face. There's actually, if I can show you how it works. Probably not without doxing myself. Yeah, to mouth. Basically the webcam looks at literally your face. It's how it knows where your eyes movements are. So like if I look to the left, if I look to the right, that's what does the tracking. It actually like predicts two vectors where your eyes are looking, moves your eyes like that, and also can do like mouth open and close and stuff like that. The other way it does it is with like it detects what phonemes you're speaking. So like if you're in English, I think it's like A, O, and U. That's not U and U. And there's a plus and minus for these. So it's like if you're making this noise and if you're not making this noise, then it knows how to move your mouth around. So that's how it knows how to do like voweled. Yeah. That's how it knows how to do like the open close things with your mouth. That's how VTubing works. It's actually pretty sweet. I think this is like sometimes people use like AI for this kind of stuff too, but it's not that difficult. I don't think you need to use AI for it. Anyways, yeah, that's how it does the thing. That's how I can also track smirks and sneers. Yeah, Doki Bird does that, I think, which is pretty cool. Although she also always has the half smile, which is awesome. But yeah, I think she does that for her stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Also, Doki Bird is hilarious. Okay, anyways, video games. So I think what I want to work on today is just getting MVP through. And then I'll think about other stuff I want to add to the game. Because I'm still kind of half cooked, so I might have to jump ship after like an hour or two of coding. Then we'll go play Minecraft or something, but it's all good. All right, what do I actually want to work on next? Info command, I'm not touching that yet. Message for joining a character has not yet been created. I don't want to deal with this yet. Make boss spawn after 30 levels, kills, then reset. Oh yeah, I think it was time to do, hydrate, you got it. I think it was time to do like the boss spawns and also other enemies in the room. The problem is you guys have been like power leveling in the room for I don't know how long at this point. So like I don't know how I'm supposed to balance this room anymore. But that's fine. We'll figure it out when we get to it. It doesn't matter. So let's go make new classes. Don't forget to take care of yourself. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I miss streaming. I wanted to come back. It's all good. I do think I might do like so the way Pirate Software does the streams is they start with games, like they start with software dev, and then like after a couple hours, I don't really know how long, they switch to variety games. And I think at least for now during non-game jam times, I might do something like this because I want to keep doing 7 or 6 days a week, maybe 7 at some point. But it's like cooking my brain a little bit too much on the game dev. I'm still a little bit foggy from being sick, so we'll see. If you link your Amazon Prime to Twitch account, I will have a dirt statue of a rock. Wait, I will? Making a lot of promises for you. We're playing Skyblock right now, man. You think I could just make more dirt? My goodness. I think the highest level right now? Dude, nice. Hey, thanks for playing my game, Bradian. That means a lot to me. But yeah, okay, so more enemies. How do we make those? So we need to make the resource for the actual more enemies, right? Something like this. Last sprites here. Whatever the eye color model is, can't tell on my phone screen. It is blue, but yeah, I can change it. Yeah. I think I have blue eyes. You want this? Do you want it as the background or do you want it as the foreground? Do you want it? Nope, wow, that's done like that. Do something like this. Hello. Ah, that's a J. There, that's a G. There you go. This. Zoop zoop. Yeah. I think also like getting more rooms into the game would be kind of nice because I can give you guys more content. Brady, what level are you right now? Because I'm thinking I'm gonna move the forest to levels 1 through 20, and then the cave will be 21 through what is that, like 40? Yeah, 21 through 40. Still have a little bit of cough. Yeah, let me check. Let me go to the bot commands here. Everyone's getting pinged to death. Very funny. Let's see, Viridian. We have like 25, 26, 20, 33. You're level 30. All right, so cave can probably be 20 to 40, which means we need to make enemies for the forest to be between 1 and 20, have the boss be like level 20. And also we need to figure out how to do the boss like stat point scaling as well. Okay, so first, let's do this. Let's add the counter. So we're gonna add counter for successful fights in a row. On counter equals 30. Spawn boss enemy. And I want the boss enemy. So we have to design an actual boss enemy too. So design boss enemy. We're gonna have a big HP bar on top of the screen. So when we get to a boss, so basically the way I'm thinking this works is every single room has a boss. If you kill 30 things in a row, the boss will spawn. In order for your character to go to the next room, so from the forest to the cave, you have to be present and alive at the end of a boss kill. Bosses will do damage, not in the form of single target damage like all of the other enemies in the game. They will do AoE damage, and it will. So you have to have enough defense stats to also survive the boss. So again, the scaling is going to be a little bit weird because everyone here is like pretty high level already. So you might one shot. Yeah, Viridian's level 40. Viridian, I literally need to make another room for you then. You've already capped it out. But yeah, I want it to feel like a big raid boss. And also I want it to be required that you need like healers and at some point like the correct items and buffing and stuff. Because obviously there's not a lot of ways you can interact in the game like you could in like WoW or something where like you like, oh, dodge the whatever thing, right? You literally, you can't control your character anymore. It's out of your hands. So something for this. Now, I'm trying to think like maybe I want to finish doing class changes to, I don't really know what to work on next. There's a lot of things that interplay here. Cannot be contained, I say as I die. Do you want to be in the cave, Viridian? Viridian the cave? The Viridian cave, oh I see. I guess a little XP that I can't level. That's sort of by design. So, oh, wait, what? How did you die? Is there no healers in the room? No one healed Viridian? You just slowly oh my god. You withered away. Turns out even level 40 people can't survive. You could turn yourself into a monk. I guess monk might be like the only solo, or priest. I guess maybe it's the only like solo level capable thing. I don't know. Well, it's supposed to be collaborative anyways. Wither away. Yeah, damn. Try to wall as much as I can. Maybe for the boss fights, there's even mechanics to like pull aggro, so AoE doesn't do as much damage or something. I don't know. There's lots of ways to go about this. I think for now, let's just do the boss encounters today, because that seems kind of neat. So, counter for successful fights. On counter 30, set the spawn for the boss. Let's finish deciding the boss. So HP bar on top of the screen, make attacks be AoE. We need to create boss enemy resource. And so resource, HP bar on top of the screen, make attacks AoE. What else needs to happen here? Boss gives we need some way to flag that you in fact were there when the thing died, so you're allowed to advance to the next room. We can't be like an item because there's no like inventory yet. It could be a check in the game to see if like I can have a set of players that have in fact killed the boss and save that to a different file. Check the players in the room. I'm not worried about that part. That part's really easy. It's storing the information in a way that is like easy to access and retrieve later. So I think maybe we can do for now a list of characters who've cleared the bosses, but obviously that doesn't scale super well. Well, okay, well maybe it does because the game needs to track the state of your character anyway, so it's gonna have all of the information about your character. Maybe on your character we add a new field to say like what rooms you're allowed to go to. I think I might have to cough here. That might be the way to do it. Maybe on it's on every individual person's character. That way I don't have to maintain like a big list. I just have to maintain your character. Okay, that makes sense. I guess that means you sort of get an inventory, although we can flesh out exactly what the inventory means later. Also, one thing I want to do that I was thinking too is like giving a better front-end client for this game, because I don't know if Discord should be the last like resting place for the front-end client. I think I would rather make a different game in Godot to be serve as the front-end client. I think Discord is cool, but like I would rather have you play the game with a client, I think. I don't know. Maybe you can play through both and the client's just more fleshed out. Something like that. Maybe Discord's like the freemium version and the client's like the real version. Give prompts to those who made it and accessible only to those. Maybe with a special number, something that's randomized. I don't know. A code? Code. Oh, like old school video games where they're like, you got to this level, there's no way to save it, so here's a code. No, because then people could just pass the code around. I think it needs to be tied to your character, so your character will have something like boss kills, and it'll say forest or something like this. So that way I can quickly just check this hash on every individual person's character. Something like that. So add boss field to characters, serves as temp inventory for now. Boss counter, I guess to like the bosses do have to be killed in order for now, but I don't know if that's going to be necessarily always true. Or maybe there's like different encounters. Boss encounter. What do you mean by that? Like to save the state on the character? A different boss encounter thing? Not sure what you mean. I think I'll just do it this way though. This is pretty good. Project 3 game client and comment. Yeah. Yes? Okay. Yeah, something like this, service temp inventory for now. Before we do this, I'm going to create inventory update script with Python. I want something that can edit the JSON separate to the game that's more of like a scripting resource. So I can do a change on the files via this Python program. So that's a lot of stuff just to make a boss enemy, huh? That's okay. All right, cool. Let's go ahead. Oh, I need placeholder. Creates placeholder art for boss, or get boss art as well. So get art for the boss, something like this. So design boss enemy, get art for the boss, create boss enemy resource, big HP bar on top of the screen, make attacks AoE, create inventory update script with Python, add boss field to characters, serves as temp inventory for now. Okay, I think that works. Then we can make the boss spawn after 30 level kills with no reset, add a counter for successful fights in a row, and counter greater 30, spawn boss enemy. We need, I guess it would be here. On death, get list of characters and update their boss encounters. Something like this. As a game plan, we need chatters to connect to your network in order to get the stats instead of now where it goes through Discord servers. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Maybe we look at the embeds then too. I don't know. Brandon Forest should be a tree monster or a talus. I think since this is just like a regular forest, I'm just going to have it be a big goblin. I think big goblin's the play here. Or like an ogre or something. Something simple. I think later on when we get to like a magic forest or something, then it's like, yeah, you're fighting like Ents or something. Also, I think these content updates of like getting a room ready, preparing the boss, preparing all of the room encounters will align it nicely with doing character updates. So like for reading, you're level 40 right now, but the game's, to be honest, the game is only designed up to level 3, right? Because like there's only slimes that go up to level 3. So maybe before this, create the rest of the enemy set for the forest. So go get more forest characters. I think we have a couple that I can use. Oh, in fact, that's what we were doing last. We were getting the kobold working, and that's why all of the offsets in the game are broken. Right. I forgot about this. We need a way to push this sprite over and declare this like offset. Because if you look in the game right now, all of the slimes are like way too far forward. In an internet server that talks to your PC, which also has an open connection to the outside. We could use the Minecraft server for that. It's got plenty of beef for that kind of thing, because the connections are pretty simple. There's not a whole lot going on. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So we'll go ahead and, before this, fix character offsets, add sprites offset to the enemy character resource. We can then do a thing where we, on spawn of the enemy character, we push the sprite over by whatever this needs to be. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, I think we're getting somewhere with this. So we haven't done anything but add a bunch of things to our checklist, but that's how it always goes. Okay, so create rest of enemy set on force. Fix character offsets. Let's fix that. That way the game looks like it's not strangely broken at the moment. So if I set this to 0 and I hit save and the game is running, the next batch of enemies should not be pushed over, right? Oh, still are. Okay. I think I need to rerun the game then. Do you have an offset? No, just you. Okay. Okay, rerun in the game. Sorry, everybody. Like this, and then we run this. Stop and rerun. Do you have an offset now? Nope, you're centered up again. Green slime, back to normal. Okay, cool. Godot server's up and running again. Okay, so this then needs on the resource. So we're going to go to the saved resources, the enemies. Nope, sorry, the classes. Enemy character resource like this. So we have sprite frames, and then here we're going to put sprite frames like offset, horizontal offset. That's all we need for now. We actually don't need a vertical offset. For our sprite frames, horizontal offset is a integer. There's an Amazon manager, man. You got any tips for breaking down projects into steps? Yes, I do. I think the easiest way to do it is like, so you kind of doing what I'm doing here with the obsidian. Literally anything that you write down, you are capable of breaking into smaller steps. Like even this, I could literally break this into line by line, like what I need to do for this individual bullet point. So I think when you're designing what you want to do for a project, first, just write down everything. Don't worry about any ordering or anything like that. As you're writing down like the high level things, more high level things will pop into your head. Once you're done kind of getting all of the big stuff out of your head, so like, for example, this entire list that we made for this current project, got everything down before I added, like starting adding sublayers. Then you can start going through and adding sublayers. And another key thing is when you're like working on one specific thing, you might notice, now that you've jotted down all of the big picture ideas, you might notice that like while you're working on this smaller thing, it's going to require a change in one of the down the line big picture things, or one of the things you already implemented, right? That's when you immediately go back to your list and say, oh shoot, we're gonna need an info command. And like, we're making a different commands like, oh, well, this new command structure means that we can only use like whisper or like, what is it? The ephemeral messages. So I'm gonna add a thing here that says, switch to ephemeral, right? Something like that. So for me, it works best if you can get like all of the high level stuff down first. Then you go through and look at each individual step and think, I'm just gonna write down whatever I think I'm gonna need for this on one more level. And if you think that's still too big, go one more level deep like that. And then while you're working, keep the high level steps in mind. And if you think of something, immediately jot it down, because what you don't want to have happen is you like think of it and you're like, ah, yeah, I should remember that when I go to implement the boss enemy. And then you get there and you're like, I feel like I told myself there was something I need to do here, and then you don't remember it. That's the unfun part. So yeah, that's my tips. But again, part of it's finding what works for you. This was just what works for me. And I had to cough again, sorry. I might need to go grab my water in a sec too. I'm like flying through my water today. I can still feel it on my voice a little bit. I can still feel that it's sort of dying. It's okay. We're going to make it through this. Okay. Right, so we have this sprite frame's horizontal offset. If I go to this one, I can look at this individual sprite frame and say, for example, that this one needs to be, I think I said it was minus 13. That puts them in the center. Great. So I'm gonna go ahead and move you back, and I'm gonna go to our cobalt. You don't exist yet. That's crazy. I think I can go make a new character here, create new scripts. I'm gonna say Kobold? Kobold HG? By taking rest days is important, you turn to 1 2 day sickness into 5 days. I turned the symptoms of the sickness into 5 days, yeah, for sure. I definitely should have rested my voice up earlier more. And like, if I start to feel it today, I'll definitely take off and like go make some lemon tea or something and take it easy. But like, I feel like I'm doing okay today. Yeah. But yeah, no, I totally agree. It's time to practice what I preach. The funny thing is, if anyone in the chat would have asked me that same exact question, I would have been like, take days off as soon as you can, as for as much time as you need, because if you don't do it now, it's going to make it hard in the future. And then it happens to me, and I was like, nah, just push through it. Just push through it, bro. We'll be fine. Just push through it. Just go until you can't move your muscles anymore. It's going to be totally okay. Whatever, don't worry about it. I can give, but I can't listen. Okay, so we go Kobold here. Nope, that's not right. Do it like this. Create new scene resource. Enemy character. It's gonna be a kobold like this. Name is, let me just check the other name right here. So it's, the name is the lowercase one for the key for the dictionary. Display name is what it's actually displayed. The sprite frames are saved here. Then there's the horizontal offset, which for all of you is nothing. Scale. Wait, what? Do you also have a scale? Why did we? I don't remember using this for anything. Do we actually scale the sprite up? I didn't think we did. Let me check the script real quick. This is the first time you push through carelessly, and it won't be the last. But I learned to get a little bit better every time, and that's all that matters. So long as I'm... Here's the thing. Look. It's about progress, not perfection, okay? Alright? Even with the dumbest, silliest things you can think about, like for example, treating your body better when you're sick, like me, I feel that I take a lesson learned from I take an action item, a key deliverable from this sickness is that during the next sickness, I listen to my body a little bit better. No, but it's just, in the moment, it's hard to see these things, and it's always way easier in retrospect to be like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have pushed ourselves that hard. No, why is this happening? Opcode 0? Ugh. Sorry. Even though we switched to 4.3, it's still happening. That sucks. Yeah, I'll do it better next time. Hopefully I just won't get the flu again. I'll get my flu shot. That's the real thing I like. Get your flu shots, they're important. There you go. You want the real advice. I still need to get some rest while my body is wrong. Oh wait, it gets worse. How could this happen? Yeah, but then I took days off. If it wasn't a game jam, I would have been like, hey guys, I'm gonna take some time off. But I really wanted to do the game jam, man. I really wanted to. Like, really, really wanted to. Just keep care of yourself even if you feel ill. Good hearty meal helps the healing. True. I've been eating somewhat healthy. I was eating really healthy, and then I had a really unhealthy meal with my friends yesterday, and it made me a little bit sick. But other than that, I've been eating really healthy. We went to a karage place, and we ordered so much karage that they put it on the sushi boat. Do you guys know the sushi boat? And if you order enough sushi, you get like a sushi boat. Hang on, let me show you. Sushi boat. This thing? One of these? One of these things? It was this. Except instead of sushi, which is at least like mildly healthy, it was karage. And we ate it all. And I don't think in my whole life I will ever eat fried chicken again. I think I am good. I think I am all set. I think I never ever need to put that in my body even one more time. It was really good. Don't get me wrong. It was really good. It was really good. But then I got really sick. And you know the thing that when you get sick from food that you ate, and afterwards you see it the next day and you like wince a little bit? That's me with like 3 specific foods, and one of them now might be karage. Do you keep the boat? Unfortunately, you do not get to keep the boat. I wish I got to keep the boat, but Got in your kitchen yesterday so I can up here my cooking? Hell yeah, man. Make me mod? No. I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. Alright, let me see. Where do we set the sprites? Get room full heal die. Is that character name? Set sprite bounding box. It says sprite frames? Right here. So in the setting the sprite frames, what do we actually call this though? See, I know such a better way of doing this now. You do it all when you set the resource. You just set the resource for the thing and then you do everything there. But now I think I'm doing this individually here. Nah, that's so dumb. We shouldn't do it like that, but oh well. So after you set the sprite frames, then you should adjust the sprites offset. Do we set the scale anywhere? Set sprite frames, maybe in the script. Scale? No, we literally don't. We never use that. That's crazy to me. Okay. I was like, I didn't think we did, but I just didn't remember. At Maruchan for lunch 1 week straight through quarantine. I got bad hives. What? It's uncomfortable to sit and lay down. That's crazy, man. You let me know if it ever turns out you make porridge. I'm gonna try. It might be a little bit hard in Japan, but I'm gonna do my best. Try to figure some stuff out. But yeah, I'll let you know. Thank you for the recipe. I still have it screenshotted. There's an X mod of Dazed Guy and the Blank Wolf. I did nothing but improve the stream. You're an X mod of 2 people? One person I can understand, but two people? What happened there? Maybe I just do it here. Maybe this is where the offset's. No, because it only gets past the sprite frame. Oh, it only gets past. The character doesn't control its own resource? That's weird. That's weird. Why did I do it like that? I don't like that. I'm gonna change that at some point. Where's my post v0? I'm gonna put this under refactoring. Refactoring. Set characters to control their own resources instead of setting via parent class. And oh my god, my let me see. Instead, my humidifier just ran out of water. This is a level 1 emergency. If my humidifier doesn't have water in it, I'm going to die. So I need to go. I'm gonna go get more of my water and go refill my humidifier because again, it's over for me if that thing runs out. Let me put some of this on for you. Hang on. Don't worry, it's coming. I forgot to type in Minecraft, and I just typed in parkour, and I got completely different search results. Yeah, that's weird. What the? Why didn't this work? Parkour Minecraft, but doesn't give me the thing. There it is. I just needed this. What the fuck, dude? I swear. Sometimes. All right, I'll be right back. Hey Lars, welcome in. Man, would you look? Would you look who's in my recommended? It's crazy. You know, you guys know this guy? You guys know Pirate Software? It's pretty good. You can go watch him. Okay, I'm back. Humidifier is cooking. I can't relate. I live in a swamp. So Japan is like a swamp half of the year, which is kind of nice. And the other half of the year, it's so dry that like if I don't run my humidifier every day, I wake up with a sore throat. It's awesome. Humidifier here would make me more ill. That's fair. Yeah, no, here in the winter, it's literally so dry, like my face hurts when I wake up sometimes if I don't run it. It's awful, yeah. Feel my brain rotting with every jump? No. That's not brain rot. That's... Look, okay, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something a little bit weird, but I think I would be happier if I was a little bit dumber. And I think videos like this just bring me closer to that, you know? If I was less ambitious and I was just more contented and I just didn't have as much, like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense to anyone, you know? If I just was a little more simple-minded, I think I would enjoy my life more. The swamp and half our country would drown if our dams ever break, Swamp. Ah, I see. I would just become a raccoon. Do you think raccoons are happy? I think raccoons can probably be happy, right? Like, man, I've watched Over the Hedge when they get a can of Pringles. Isn't that like raccoon heaven for them? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the way it is. Make sure I don't play Minecraft. Zoop! What the fuck? Hello? Okay, well, I didn't do that the first time. Weird. Okay. So, what were we doing right now? We're doing the character, or the sprite offsets. Okay, right. So, when we go to set the sprite frames here, this is where we need to take care of this offset as well. Maybe we just update this function call. No, since everything, we should keep it consistent at the very least. All right, let me go here. Vsauce said a really cool thing about Minecraft parkour meta. It said it's not a new thing. It's the same as talking on a park bench while watching the birds or clouds. I did not agree with that take at all. And I feel a little bit bad about it. Because, like, he's coming from a good place. And I sort of agree with him. But, like, birds weren't being, like, algorithmically selected to distract us as much as possible. Like, it's a difference in kind when literally YouTube is optimizing. Like the mysteries of the YouTube algorithm is actually not a mystery at all. It wants to show you whatever video is going to keep you on YouTube. That's it. That's the whole thing it's trying to figure out. Whereas like birds don't really care about if you're watching them or not. They don't really have a vested interest in it. YouTube needs you to be on YouTube. Like YouTube wants you to be on YouTube more than anything else in its entire life. So, arguably they were though, because we kill birds that are annoying. We kill birds that are annoying and easy to kill, but I don't think we just kill birds without any real motivation behind it. But like, I think it's a difference in kind, especially stuff like TikTok. Like, open up TikTok and without setting an alarm, try to only be on TikTok for 15 minutes. Like, with no other input, then you can just you can look at a timer whenever you need to, but try to get off TikTok in exactly 15 minutes. If it fails out with me most of the time, that's awesome. That is a good thing. That is a great thing, because it does not for me. Like, if I go to YouTube Shorts, no matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna lose anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, just gone, deleted. It's so crazy. And what, like, the worst part is, the longer you're on YouTube, like you personally are on YouTube, the better it gets at it. So if you're someone that's susceptible to like the algorithm hacking your brain because you stay on the site longer, it gets more data about you, and so it gets better at hacking your brain. It's crazy. It's a bit separate than the video content itself though, right? Because it doesn't change that the base content isn't changing you in anyways. It's how it gets you is the problem. It's, I mean, because okay, the other thing with Vsauce like take on that is like, okay, he's constructing a situation in which you're actively doing something and also noticing birds, right? So you're like, I'm on a park bench talking with my friend and we're looking at some birds while we talk, right? That's a little bit of a difference in kind, because like if you're on YouTube, usually you're not doing anything else, or like maybe you're eating food, right? But like that's not like it's a difference in like once you're done eating, it's not like you have to get up, you know what I mean? Like when you're done hanging out with your friend, or when you get to the end of your walk, like you have a very clear end to that thing. So that's why I think it's a bit of a difference, because YouTube doesn't want there to be an end, right? Whereas like the birds, again, no vested interest on where it ends. But again, I mean, two things. One, Vsauce's job is made by people watching YouTube, so like it's in his best interest to not vilify YouTube. And two, like it comes from a good place in that like I agree with him on like I don't think it's as bad as people think it is. It is definitely a thing in my opinion, and it sucks, but it's not like Like, it's not like no one's going to be employable in 5 years because everything is just going to be like, you know, no one will have an attention span longer than a goldfish. Like, I don't think that's happening. Some of that stuff, like, you can't unlearn. Like, you can't unlearn how to be an intelligent pattern matching human. That's just not, it's what you are, you know what I mean? Same, 01 short, 02 shorts, 3, 4, 5, 50. It's crazy. And like, again, this is an interesting thing because if you think YouTube is bad at predicting what you want to stay on YouTube, then it will never really get better at doing it to you. But if you're someone that thinks it's really good at it because you have experience in like getting trapped by the YouTube algorithm, then it has more data on you. And so it is better. It like literally is better at targeting you specifically. It's crazy. Crazy, man. My personal experience is quite shit, not gonna lie. I spent quite a bit of time on the site. Again, that's like, it seems confused what my interests are. We're talking about YouTube isn't for the background while I work. Yeah, right on. I mean, again, like, it's not necessarily a tautology that'll be good at getting everyone. It's an algorithm at the end of the day. It's not perfect, though, especially because it's like training recursively on itself too. But good for you that it doesn't hook you in. You might just, that's great. That's awesome. YouTube kept trying to push gun videos at me like a certain time every day of the month, and it never worked. Jago, that's me with D&D content. I feel like everyone has one of these with YouTube. Less reading comments after video accounts, but even then, not too much. That's good. Awesome. That's a good thing. Unless I watch a video from my list and do something else, unless there's an interesting recommendation that is very short. That's awesome. Keep that. Keep that. Never let that change. Don't let the YouTube like algorithm get to you. But yeah, mine's D&D. Every day I'm scrolling through, and it's like, do you want a video about a funny D&D story? And I'm like, no. I don't. It's not really my thing. I think every D&D story is the exact same story. Don't get me wrong. I love D&D. I have played so much D&D in my life. I have DM'd. I've been a player. I've played 3.5. I've played 4, regrettably. I played Pathfinder. I played 5e, somewhat regrettably. I've played a ton. I played the Dungeons and Dragons online game. Like, I have consumed and played a lot of D&D. I really like D&D. And like, I've read guides on how to do character optimizations for every class. I've basically played every class. Mine is like, I don't think I've ever played a barbarian because they're kind of boring to me, but like, more power to you if that's your thing. But yeah, it's like you had to be there kind of thing. Exactly. I don't care about how funny you have a funny story about how your bard tried to fuck the dragon. I know. I've heard this. Heard it so many times. I know everyone's bard is horny. I know everyone's wizard casts fireball. I know. I get it. 100%. I understand. Your warlock had a crazy upbringing and has to like eat babies all the time. I know. I get it. I've also played warlock. Please stop. I feel bad. Like, if you're my friend and you're trying to like tell me a story about how a good time you had playing D&D, I'm there because you're my friend and I want to hear it because you're my friend. Do I care? No, I don't. I'm sorry, not even a little bit, because I don't know any of your characters or any of the situation. Then we fought this dragon, and we had to get on the back of the dragon. But he was actually a good dragon, and then we had to fight his evil twin dragon, and that's when an octopus monster showed up. A Leviathan showed up, sorry. We had to fight that guy, but we had the dragon on our side. And then halfway through, my fighter rolled a nat 1, and he dropped his sword. Like, you know what this sounds like? A made-up role-playing game is what that sounds like. It sounds like you were playing a game with sets of rules and systems where crazy thing happens, and then crazy things happen. That's what that sounds like to me. It's like trying to explain your dreams to me. I get it. I know. But if you're my friend, and I want to hear your story, yeah, absolutely. Tell me everything about your D&D character. I don't care about your characters. I just want you to be excited. I love that for you. That's awesome. Yeah. Anyway, algorithm isn't good. Every time I just adjust to it, clicking, I don't want to see this. The recommendation gets worse and worse. It's actually, like, Lars, funny enough, you doing that is actually, like, detrimental. YouTube wants people that you just click on a video and then you click on the next one and you don't give any feedback. The feedback that it wants from you is how long did you stay watching the video. Yeah, that's what it wants. Hey, Zoo, you welcome in. A fellow VTuber, huh? I have to cough again, sorry. This cough will be with me till the day I die. Well, I mean, how different D&D tropes are to other roleplay. Like forum roleplay is vastly different. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just kind of roleplay in general, I feel. D&D is just specific in that it's like become mainstream, which is interesting. It's like it didn't used to be, and I think that's part of like it feels like everyone's kind of getting in on the joke now, which is totally fine. Like I want more people into D&D. This is a good thing. And like the fact that 5e is the most accessible version of this game that there's ever been, and like 5e is baby simple compared to like 3.5 or Pathfinder. It is like there's literally a tenth of the mechanics and content and stuff, which is awesome. That's a good thing. I want that to exist. And there's still room for like character optimization in 5e, so they actually did a really good job still giving players like me who want to like just pick one thing and like absolutely min-max the shit out of it. Like there is still content for us, so it's a really well designed game, but there's just not that much in it to have content about. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like I've seen it. I feel like I've seen it all, and so I keep getting random like D&D videos, and it's like, haha, did you know if you play a warlock and you pick magic missile and you get your pact feat that lets you add your charisma modifier, due to the way the magic missile is ruled, you get to add your charisma modifier to each individual missile. Whoa, that's so crazy. And it's like a 30-minute short about one guy facing to the left pretending he's the player and one guy facing to the right pretending he's the DM, having a full-blown conversation with no one but himself, talking about this thing, and he has to act surprised when his like smug character's like, well, actually, to himself as the I don't like this. Don't show me this content anymore, please. But every day I log on to YouTube, it's like, hey, our favorite D&D fan is back. Like, okay. Church algorithm sucks because I primarily use YouTube to listen to music. People just use songs for the background, and then YouTube shows shorts with those songs. Really? I didn't even know it could do that. Oh. Must have like content matching stuff. I didn't know that. D&D is fun to play when you are with friends. You need a good DM, though. For sure. DM is the most important and hardest and least understood role. So, like, good DMs are a treasure. It's very hard to DM well, and that's why I think it's also really cool with like 5e. There's a lot of like modules that get built for you, because back in the day was like not much at all to go on. Like D&D was simply the rules of how the game was played, and was not as much of a like, here are some ideas and things to do. It was literally like, this is the system, now you go make it. And like that's way harder for people to get into, but it also makes people that are good at it less reliant on like external modules and tools and stuff. So it is a bit of a catch-22 IMO. I like where we're at now. I prefer playing in modules at this point, honestly. So yeah, but these are just my 2 cents on it. Maybe when a horny character did a horny thing. Yeah, like dude, literally, I'm so sick of it, dude. Or like some weird, like, oh, here's a weird rules interaction. It's like, yeah, there's only like 7 rules in the game, so I've probably seen your strange rules interaction. And also J. Cross probably on Twitter just being like, do whatever the hell you want. It's a game. Amount of times it shows me people consuming food with absolutely no table manners. This shit is disgusting to me. So I click not interested, and that shows me the same shit. Yeah, because I mean, the reason it recommended it to you in the first place is because you were like other users that do enjoy that content. Not saying that like you enjoy that content, just like you map similarly to other users. So even if you say like, I don't want to watch this, as long as you're still mapping close to other users in a recommender system, you're kind of stuck. Because the thing is, like, YouTube algorithm isn't trying to make it so that you personally are on the site as long as possible. It's doing it in the macro sense. So like Merlin, if you look at what you watch and people like you watch, it's trying to say, how can we get 80% of these people to stay on the site as long as possible, even if we then shave off the 20%. So you're probably just falling within like the 20% of your, whatever your demographic is, based on like age, gender, what you're watching, where you live, how much money they think you have, like all of these different things, right? So it's just weird. It's just how algorithms work. They're not designed to like maximize individually for every person. It's just more of a overall capturing as much of the macro view as they can. Showing the DM as the soy jack and me as the player as the chat. I love that shit, dude. Nice argument, but unfortunately I've drawn me as the good-looking character and you as the bad-looking character, so what are you gonna do about that? Gotcha. We're gonna get that with forum roleplay, since the rules are less strictly defined, so the DM, we call them a GM, Game Master, would just tell you no. Yeah, and that's kind of, like, D&D sort of has a rap with that too, where it's like, you can do whatever you want. It's like, I mean, kinda. Like, Not really. For a game that you can do wherever you want, it's 90% combat rolls. Like, but everything else in the game, I mean, again, I'm not complaining. I love D&D. I've played an absolute metric ton of D&D in my life. It's a great game. I'm glad more people are into it. I just don't like the content around it because maybe I'm just grumbly. I don't know. You're like D&D, so you're D&D and your D&D YouTube. Yeah, literally. That's chat game joined for you. Work picked up a lot and I've been away, but still working on some things. A ton of manhwa songs or manga recaps over and over, but I kind of like it. The game is going okay. We switched over to Discord because Twitch has a lot of rate limits that we couldn't get around in any like reasonable way. So everything is played through the Discord now. It's like if you want to join the game or do whatever you want, yeah, it's all through Discord now because there is too much of a Twitch rate limit. Hello, hey Woon, how's it going? Godot is hard. Godot's a little hard. Godot is both easier and harder than Unity. Because, like, doing simple things in Godot is easier. But also, sometimes Godot just says, like, oh, you saved the game while the game's running? We crashed. Like, what? Why? Why did you... Why? And it's like, yep, no, opcode 0, please report. I'm like, okay. But I still like it a lot, so... Yeah, there you go. Sorry, to cough again. Watch some cooking videos, in particular hack debunking videos, just not mukbangs. Yeah, you're probably just mapping closely to other mukbang enjoyers and so on. Everything you want, but there is a 5% chance that you almost die by the most basic thing. Yeah, and, well, okay, sort of. It's, that's actually not a thing in 5e anymore. And I think it's for the better, because I didn't actually enjoy in, like, 3.5, where... a 1 is a crit fail and a 20 is a crit success. But like the modifiers in 3.5 get to like asinine numbers even by level 10. It'll be like, oh, what's your like sneak skill? It's like, oh, it's a plus 28. At that point, like, how the fuck are we even rolling dice? So like in that game, because there's no bounding, or because there is bounding, there's clamped, or sorry, there's bounding on the rolls. So like 1 is always you fail, 20 is always you succeed. In 5e, rules is written. 1s and 20s don't actually do anything except in combat. In combat, a 20 is always a crit and a 1 is always a miss. But in skill checks and like other stuff, the like a nat 20 on like a skill check or a like a constitution check or whatever, what are they called? Stat checks? What is it? Saving throws. 20s on saving throws and whatever are not critical successes. Most people rule it that way, but like rules is written, they're not anymore because the bounding in 5e is way lower. So like, I think even on your best day, you can get like at level 10 or 15 or like maybe 12 or something, you can get like plus 10s, plus maybe like a plus 13 to something. I think even bards like at their best can do proficiency mod plus their charisma mod plus their skill expertise. So it's like a 12-ish, which is like a lot still, but you're not getting these crazy numbers where like it doesn't even matter that you're rolling dice. So yeah, in that case, I think not having the bounds is actually better. Dice are just a tool. If the GM thinks a certain outcome is preferable, there's no reason to roll a dice whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, be careful with that, though. I think a lot of DMs kind of take that a little bit too seriously. And they'll, like, either fake rolls or... I don't know, like, the dice are a very, very fun part of the game, and I think they're very integral to the game. So, careful with... I don't like when DMs do that, and I also way prefer when DMs roll in the open. Like when I DM, I roll in the open too, because I don't... If your players are smart, they're going to figure out what's a hit, what's a miss, and what are hitting you anyways. I never got why D&D players fudge rolls. The players want to do it because some players just enjoy cheating, and some players want to be the star of the show. Just roll a dice and be all clear about it. Or just roll in the open. I think rolling in the open is the best way to do it. If you have something where, like, all right, let me, like, maximum lazy. You're talking to the king, and the king has the secret pendant that opens the cave to the dragon. What, I don't, the fuck doesn't fucking matter. And you need the pendant. There's literally no other way to open the door. Like, you've written it such there's no other way to open the door. Don't have that be a roll. Like, don't be like, okay, now roll your persuasion. A 2? Game's over, like, or fudge. That feels shitty. In the case where a GM force an outcome, don't pretend to roll it. Yeah, that I completely agree with you. I think in that case, yeah, rolling dice is like very, very dumb. But like in combat and stuff, roll in the open. Why not? The thing is, like, the power levels and stuff suggested to you by the DM, like the player handbook and the DM handbook, whatever it's called, they're just suggestions. Like, if your players are cracked, make harder encounters. And if your players are absolute idiot babies that just want to be like, I've multi-classed into every single class, like, and just, in the level 10, just throw like 10 goblins at them. Why not? It doesn't matter. Like, these are just guidelines for you to try to balance your game around, but you don't have to do that. Like, as a DM, try to craft a game that's just fun. That's it. That's your only. You're not trying to kill your players, unless they're power gamers, in which case trying to kill your players is fun for people, right? Like my favorite DM, shout outs to John, took great revel in trying to kill us every single session because he knew that we were all like character optimizers and super cracked, and we wanted incredibly difficult encounters. That's what we thought was very fun. But he rolled in the open. He took a great revelry when his characters got crit and would like get pretend mad if we killed something too fast or like found a good workaround. And that was awesome. That's great. But like, again, with my newer friends and players, like when I'm DMing, I'm saying it's 2 goblins. And if you totally smashed them, like that's fun for them. So it's totally fine. Murder Hobo min-maxers? We weren't Murder Hobo usually, but we were definitely min-maxers. And like, it's crazy the delta between min-maxers and like people just trying to play D&D. The content I just hate is getting recommended as these video essays on cartoons that take a popular show and act like it's been forgotten to history, trying to get a rise and fall video on something and at least that and it successfully never had a fall. Yeah, those are weird. I mean, all of YouTube is recycled content a little bit, so like everyone's a video essayist for a while, and then everyone's like I tried to beat Pokemon with only my pinky finger. Here's how it happened. And it's just like, okay, like, okay. Or they do the fucking worst offender that it will never die ever is you see the like Discord profile picture and it's like, you'll never, whatever, doesn't even fucking matter. And then they see like the Discord DM line and then it's like, oh yeah, this thumbnail is like 80% of YouTube. This is literally all of, this is it. This is the thumbnail. It's just 2 Discord DMs of like world's shittiest guy being like, actually, and then like the hero main character YouTuber being like, well, actually, like this is literally YouTube. This is it. It's so stupid. Multiclass and everything reminds me of the story Absurd. I've never heard of that. D&D seems to be very well-defined combat, and forum roleplay combat usually works the same as the rest of roleplay. See what your character tries to do in the DM tells you results. Yeah, I just think, again, keeping it open, like, is a good balance between letting the players, like, because, okay, the thing is, if you force your players to have an outcome, you removed agency from them, and that sucks. Like, agency is the most fun part of D&D, is, like, you literally can do it, like, you can try to do whatever you want. That's the fun part. So I think setting up for big payoffs that are not, that you don't have agency in, other than getting into, like, the agency is getting into the situation, that's fun. If the agency is just completely removed and you just have to do a thing, that's not fun. So, like, I had one friend who was DMing, and he wrote this, like, big story, and we were, like, in this military cast, and we had to do all these things, and, like, oh, we had to move up the ranks as members of this military, and it was really strict, and, like, we immediately changed teams to being on the bad guys because we just didn't care about the military organization at all. Literally, the first time we saw these cultists that we're trying to hunt down, we're like, wait, you guys get dental? We don't get dental. You looking for new members, or like, hey, little dragon streamer, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. So like, yeah, it's a little bit like, just be careful about removing agency is my big tip for a DM, and also like get feedback from your players. It's everyone's making the story together. Yeah, if there's like formalized parts of the dice, but it's fully optional. I just think don't be putting yourself into a situation where you have to roll dice and then like. Because here's the other thing, right? Like, let's say you're playing non-bounded rolls, and you have I don't know, like through some means, you have like a +20 charisma or whatever, and the check is a 5, or like whatever. Like, it's like, just say yes. Like, if it's like a story relevant thing, you put the check really low, and they have like a 20 or a 25. It's like, there's no point in rolling dice here. Just say like, right? Just be creative and say like, oh yeah, it worked, and here's how it feels, or have the outcome always be the same, and the check determines how well the outcome goes, but it's always that it succeeds. That's another good way of doing it. So like, back to our king story, where it's like, we need the magic pendant to open the magic door to get to the magic dragon. The king has the pendant. We need to convince the king to give us the pendant. The DC is a 10. If we're above a 10, the king's like, oh, well, let me give you some horses and some gold and some supplies because we really need someone to get into that cave. And if it's under a 10, he's like, these guys aren't coming back. Like, oh, have a good time at the or like at the cave or whatever. Or he's like, well, I need some gold for the kingdom. Maybe once you have 500 gold, I'll trade you the pendant, right? So there's ways to get around of like things that need to happen for the story, but still being able to have varied outcomes. And I think a lot of other like tabletop role-playing games do that better, where, oh shoot, I'm trying to think. It's the one where you can like push yourself to get insanity. Oh shoot, I don't remember. But the outcome is always, the event happens no matter what. It's the role determines how well the outcome goes, which is really cool. So you can still do whatever you want, but it's like, did it go well? Did it go okay? Or did it go really shit? Actually, generally succeeds, but you know, you get a temporary debuff or whatever. Yeah, I think that's really cool. Call of Cthulhu? I think so. Yes, that's the insanity one, yeah? I think so. For MRP is more like collaborative writing. GM typically doesn't have a story in mind, just a setting. And that's also really sweet. So my last campaign that I ran with a friend, we didn't have a story. We actually started the game just in the realm of D&D, and anything our players wanted to do, any idea that they had or anyone they wanted to talk to, it was all improv. Another thing we did was like write down hooks for stories that people wanted, and then we were able to like do the hooks for those stories in the world itself. So like, trying to remember off the top of my head, someone wanted to start doing alchemy, and so we were like, okay, well, as luck would have it, in the town, or maybe the next town over, connected by a road, there's an alchemist shop, and inside, we went inside, and then we talked to the main alchemist lady, and she's like, oh, I need this like death herb from this nearby forest, and if you can go collect some for me, I can train you in the ways of alchemy, right? That's all completely improv, but it's like a story hook that the player themselves wanted to provide, and then we can like construct that thing to happen for you. Because D&D is like, you don't need a crazy overarching story for it to happen either. Like you can just, the systems themselves are so fun anyways that you can just come up with things to do in that thing. You don't need like some overarching like 10,000 years ago there was a dark wizard named Skygrey living in a tower, and you need to go fight him, but first you need to do local quests of killing some skeleton. Like it's just like, okay, like we can have the big dark necromancer be a problem when we're high enough level to actually deal with that problem. I think that's a cool way of doing it too. You guys, there isn't even a GM at all, and the players just share that responsibility, particularly while in those settings, like example Hogwarts roleplaying. That's cool. That way everyone gets to play it too, because like, one hydrate, you got it. Because like, I think oftentimes when you have like, one person kind of sitting out, it's like I don't want to say power struggle, but like it is a difference between how the DM wants to play the game and how each individual player wants to play the game. So like having ways that things can work collaboratively is really, really nice. How am I feeling? I'm feeling okay, Colo. I'm coming back. I'm still getting there. That's why like the code's been a little bit slower today still. But yeah, I'm feeling okay. My voice is coming back. I still have like a little bit of a cough, but at least my body doesn't feel like it's exploding anymore. God, I hate the flu, dude. That shit is the worst. But yeah, I'm coming back to life. Slowly but surely. But yeah, D&D is a fun game. Go play D&D. And it's also a cool way to make friends. And also one-shots are a thing. And one-shots are fucking awesome. Love one-shots. Just don't get attached. It's cough again, sorry. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so here we're setting the sprite offset. So set the sprite offset. Now, on a sprite, the way you set the offset, I think is called offset, but it might be sprite position. And also the minus and negative might be, no, because we have the resource, we can just input it. Also, I need everything to be set to 0 as well. Let's break down when there's players don't follow roleplay etiquette, but that's fairly rare. This is a surefire way to get shunned from the community. I think oftentimes when people are bad at roleplay, it's less of a malice thing and more of an inexperienced thing. Stuff like no mercies, no power gaming, no god modding. I think power gaming is totally fine. Like, the thing is, if I'm the DM, I want to talk to you about what kind of game that you want to have. Like, do you want to have a game where you're the hero character and your character's doing like, you're the man, dude, right? Like all that stuff. Because we can do that in a setting outside of like you literally doing the most damage in a round, right? Or do you want to be like me? I 100% through and through, always an optimizer. I can't not do character optimization. I really love it. I think it's a fun puzzle. So no matter what, I'm going to do character optimization, and if I can talk to my DM beforehand, like, hey, I'm going to do this, and you can either make encounters around this, or I can pick a class that expresses that character optimization in different ways, right? Just have open communication. It's literally the most important thing. So for example, I love to play Bard and Wizard and do no damage at any point in time in the game. I like to do character optimization, but for helping other people in the game. I think that's my most enjoyed way of playing D&D. So like if I'm playing a Bard, my whole goal as a Bard is to keep my party safe, do as much buffing as debuffing as possible, and as much battlefield control as possible. I don't want to do damage. And so, sometimes I will literally say my character's like a pacifist. They can't do any damage. That gives me a restriction that won't make it so that the encounters are completely unbalanced because I'll be character optimizing. But still fun for everyone because now they get to be better characters. And still requires some extra balancing, but yeah, it is what it is. Last time I played D&D, the DM gave the players a list of pre-made characters to choose from. I don't love that. We were all members of an army troop, and the ones we didn't use, we got to use if our characters died. In the meantime, the DM used them. But however, story for us to follow, and the characters didn't really matter, and they were all different. It was fun. Oh my god, it was still fun. I had almost exactly that thing, actually, when I was talking about the military campaign that we did. They weren't pre-made characters, but there were some pre-made characters that like some people were using, and the rest were on our team, and the DM played them, and for our experience, it kind of just muddied up turn order, like, because we already had 5 players. Sorry, I need to hydrate and cough for a sec. Hang on, one sec. We already had 5 characters, and like, that's a lot. That's a lot of characters. I think in a combat, having more than like 10 active players is already like a fucking logistical nightmare. Enemies included. So like, for me, it muddied it up, and like, I much preferred creating my character so that I can do what I want, even if I'm like picking from a pre-made or whatever. If you're new to the big game, I will help you make your character or give you a pre-made if that's what you want to do, like if you just want to play the game. But kind of felt like Fire Emblem. Like I said, I'm glad it worked for you. I've never really enjoyed that because I feel like it takes a lot of the agency away from me, and like, I don't personally like that. But again, different things for different people. That's the beauty of D&D. Just play it however it's fun for you. By power gaming and foreign roleplay, there's no stats to optimize after all. Oh, I see. When you try to write roleplay with an outcome included, leaving no room for other characters yet. I see. The character pushes yours in the face. Good, my character just tries to punch your character in the face. Yeah, exactly. And like, also, hey, Ancient Engineer, I'll change the paint in just a sec. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. That's another thing that like a lot of people don't understand in D&D when they first start is like, you are allowed to do whatever you want in the world, but not necessarily to other players. So like, this is a mistake that I made actually. When I first started playing D&D, I tried to pickpocket my fellow players because I was a thief. I was a rogue. I had really good pickpocket. I had really good sleight of hand. So I was like, it might have literally been pickpocket in 3.5. I don't remember. But I was like, I tried to pickpocket this guy, and he's like, okay, he sees you trying to pickpocket him. I was like, wait, but can't I like have a roll off? And they're like, no. You just said it out loud. Like, so yeah, it's because you can't like narratively get around that. It's like someone's pickpocketing you, but you don't notice. Like, it's just like a weird, yeah. So don't try to affect other players too much. God money, same thing with other players. Settings instead, for example, pulling a knife out of your pocket without first establishing you have a knife. Yeah, that's fair. D&D has to play a little fast and loose with that because like the DM can't necessarily know everything that's in your inventory. Like they literally can, they're allowed to know everything that's in your inventory, right? But like unless they ask you and keep an updated list on everyone's inventory, like you kind of just gotta trust people, but it's fine. Best part was the fact that all the characters were just villagers originally. They were all shit. No stats or abilities were any good. We had to work on it. It was a fun puzzle. Yeah, and that's fun. Like I would fucking hate that campaign. And Blade, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I feel like, what do you mean I'm a variant human with Polar Master and I'm a wizard? That's fucked. Like, it just seems like a waste of everything that's here. I wouldn't enjoy that, but I'm glad you did. It's different things for different people. My favorite part of playing D&D is the puzzle of character optimization. I think it's fun. I think it's a very fun thing to do. Yep. And I watch Treant Monk, which is probably why YouTube thinks that I'm just the biggest fan of D&D. Wow, I should go watch The Adventure Zone. I don't. I'm all set. That and like, shoot, what is it? Critical Role? Man, Critical Role. I just do not. That's a total miss for me. I love it if you love it for you, but God, I tried to watch that and I was like, yep. This, you know what this sounds like? This sounds like all of my friends are playing D&D and they didn't invite me. That's what it's like. Like, wow. Cool. Okay. Actually, make a character with no flaws. Problematic per se, but makes for boring roleplay. Yeah, that's fair. But again, in D&D, I don't think that's actually a problem at all. Because you can just be a background character in D&D. I'd prefer not really having a loud voice when I play, because again, I'm just mostly in it for character optimization. You ever watch Puffin Forest? Tried, man. I tried, and I was like, nope, not really for me. Because again, it's like too sensationalized. I don't know. I guess for me, sorry to copy. I guess for me, like part of D&D is like the fun that I have playing it, because it's a way for me to hang out with my friends, and I'm not really that invested into like story arcs or things that are happening. So I just, the sensationalized version of D&D just doesn't work for me. It's a total miss. But I love that it gets people into the game. It's awesome. You love D&D, Zitzy? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love D&D too. I love D&D. I just don't consume any D&D content despite YouTube's best efforts. Like, but yeah. All right. Grumbly, but it's a great game. Go play the game. Play one shots. One shots are awesome. Super fun. All right. So set this right offset here. So we're gonna say set sprite. It's gonna be horizontal offset. Horizontal offset. So we're gonna say, I'll say offset, and this will be an integer. We're gonna say sprite dot. How do we actually do this? Let me go to the enemy character here. I go to the sprites. The position? No. Oh, it's literally called offset. Huh, look at that. That's crazy. I have to copy on. Damn it. Ugh, when will I be sick of this? Or done with this? Form RP kind of dying though. There's very few players and they're spread around the globe, making the game tediously slow due to time zone issues. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, that's the nice thing with the like resurgence of D&D is that there's now more players than basically there's ever been. So like, being into D&D now is not nearly as hard as it used to be. Not that I'm like curmudgeon, like, you kids these days don't understand. I don't care about that. But it's different, and it sucks that like things are kind of on the way out, and like it's somewhat of a like a feedback loop too, because like it gets lower and lower usage, and then less people want to do it because less people are talking about it, and it's like, and it slowly fades away into obscurity. All right, what did you want? 255, 16 squared. I don't know. 16 times 15. X. I'm gonna say, what is this? F0 GX 240, huh? Okay, 240. Add to custom colors. There you go. I think I'm gonna make it so that paint redeem is only one thing. FF 1A F0. So FF is 255. 255. 1A is 16 plus 10. It's 26. And the last one is F0, which again is 124, right? 124? Or 240, sorry? Yeah, 240. 240. These are the same color. You gave me two of the same color. Yeah, I'm changing this redeem. What am I supposed to do with this? You can't even see it. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's rude. It's rude that you did that. I mean, you earned it with the points, so I can't be too mad. But what the fuck? They're different? Oh, you're right. Yeah, look. There you go. There's just, yeah. They have 10 extra saturated. Let me go ahead and write you a message. Hey, man. There you go. Can you see it? Thanks for the redeem. I really appreciate it. It's very nice of you. Thank you so much for the redeem. I'll let you keep one though. Which one do you want? I'll use it as the background. Let me see what the 55, 26, 40. Yeah, it's now you just change the background or foreground color. You only pick one. Zoop zoop. Actually looks kind of nice though. Wait, hold up. That's nice. This is a nice color. There you go. Keep it. I did. I wrote you a whole message. It says only for one message. Does it really think you draw with what you draw barely makes a difference? Damn. Cold. It's cold, man. Only roleplays that are still active, more mainstream settings like Pokemon or Hogwarts. Dude, Pokemon roleplay sounds fun. Also. Jesus Christ, my voice, dude. Oh, I'm back. Thank you. Yeah, Pokemon roleplay sounds fucking hell yeah, dude. I want to do that. That's kind of nice, right? It is kind of nice. Just writing down the words you say. Bro, I draw arrows too. Hey, be nice. Alright, so this is offset. I'm really affecting the horizontal offset, so it's going to be the X. I think I should be able to do dot offset equals vector 2 just with the X coordinate. Yeah. I think I can do that. So I go, nope, go to the character. I'm going to say sprite dot offset. Offset? I need to set this sprite to be animated sprites, 2D. That way I can use the actual like things on it later. So I'm gonna say sprite dot offset equals vector 2 offset and 0. So just only change the horizontal offset because that's all we're changing here. The box drawn around the world truly makes it so much more understandable. You say that, but I feel like it do though, you know? Hydrate, you got it. Thanks, Painful Paladin. Gone down a rabbit hole and I'm watching a Roblox development tutorial. Don't play Roblox. You could. You want to start doing stuff in Lua? I still want to look for a Let's look for the Roblox. I want to do a Roblox game jam. Let me look. Itch.io Roblox game jam. I want this. I want this in my life. I want to do this. The 10K one. All right, we're not doing that one, but let's see. Let's jam. Okay, we'll go here. Write down keywords and circle them as I say them. Other dev streamers seem to do the same thing. Isn't it hilarious now that we all use Microsoft Paint? Isn't that crazy? I wonder what happened to make it so that every developer started using MS Paint. Oh well, the world may never know. All right, where's this Roblox one? Roblox? Where is it? I see it's pointing to something. Where? I don't see it. What? Oh, Roblox Game Jam. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's over. Well, shit. There you go. Like making MS Paint shitposts. They're fun. I love MS Paint. This is the best program ever. Although I think Pirate Software's MS Paint, I think he has add-ons to make it so the color always starts as black. I don't think you can. I tried to look it up. I don't think you can do it naturally. Well, damn. There goes that. Maybe. Dude, I kind of just want to make a Roblox game, though. How hard is it? How to make a Roblox game. How familiar with Lua? I've never used it before. Not even once. Sorry, that one I didn't mute in time. Roblox is a massive online platform. You can both play and create your own games. No way. I just don't think it closes it and it clears somehow. No, I think, if I remember correctly, it was an add-on. Pretty sure it's just from your color profile in Windows. Change MS Paint default background color. Are you sure? Heard good things about Lua. Wasn't Balatro written in Lua? And that game kicks ass, dude. Just my default paint settings. Is it here? Background colors always. Yeah, maybe it's this. I don't actually want to watch the YouTube video. Image properties, color. This is wait. How do you do this? Wait. So I go to paint. And I go file. Why does yours look so much different than mine? Properties? Oh, wait. That's just this default. I can't do it. No, there's no way to do it. The next start at 1 though, it's so horrid. I'm over it. I used MATLAB before. It's okay. It's okay. Is it gonna have 10,000? Am I gonna fuck it up and get it wrong like 10,000 times in a row and be confused later down the line when I have a random bug because my thing starts at 1? Absolutely, yes. Yeah, 100%. That's what's gonna happen. But that's okay. We'll live and learn. It's okay. What was it? Okay. Yeah. So okay. How do you do this? How do you make a? This is what Roblox looks like now. Yeah, this looks whack. Pick up Zero Index just as often, TBH. You know what? Fair enough. So it shows kids. No, I can't use it. Yeah, I'll have to find a new tutorial. I'm not a kid anymore. Unfortunately, we have to go move on. Yeah, it's all just Lua. How do you like? I probably need to look up a lot more. I don't actually know like the Roblox game engine at all, but I'm sure there's like headfats. Okay, yay! I'm sure there's way. It's pretty. I don't think it's too complicated. I want to be the kind of dev. I know a lot of devs start on Roblox. I want to be the dev that ends on Roblox. You know? You feel me? Any other game jams coming up actually? Fish Fest. What is Fish Fest? This jam is now over. God damn it. Was it this way? Oh, there we go. Mixed Jam 10. What is this? I thought this was Arrow X for a second. I got so excited. It occurs every other week, and it's all about generating 3 different prompts and implementing them into a game in interesting and innovative ways. To participate, you have to go to the Mix Jam generator link down below when it's open and generate 3 prompts. Oh. Wait. What? There's no... It's not a constant theme? You generate your jam... Your... What? Alright, hear me out. Hear me out, though. Here. Listen. Listen. Do we do this? This sounds so sick. Getting heaps rate so fun on one index. Is that true? I didn't actually know that. Huh. Dude. This runs every other week. It's only on the 10th one. Ooh. Ooh. No, surely we don't just do another game jam, right? Am I just a game jammer? Is that all I am now? This is fucked up. I think I might just be a game jammer. Dude. That's such a good idea for a game jam. You know how I always complain? Well, not always, but you know I complain a lot about like sometimes like when you like join a game jam and the theme sucks. You just click reroll to the generator. Yo, hold up. All right, I just want to look. I'm not doing anything weird. It's okay. Generator is currently closed, available when the next mix jam starts. Interesting. Interesting. We're gonna write down or take a screenshot before leaving this generator. You need to know the prompts to submit in your game. Interesting. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Top 3 will be announced on the Discord server. Link below. How many people join? Dude, 66 only? Oh. Oh, I think this is our next jam. I think this is our jam. This is my jam. I think can customize generator or simply have themes every jam. Oh, similar themes. Maybe. I found this turret for Roblox Lua. It's only 142. Do you want it? I'll probably look it up on my own so that way I can like look about what or look like. I want to do it on my own. But I mean, link the video for sure. I can look at it. I'm not gonna watch it on stream though. I don't know if I'm allowed to watch other people's videos on stream. I know a lot of people do, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. Gonna make it 67? I mean, dude, every other week too? This might be our jam. When does this start? So I would have Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday's my day off, and then I'd have one more Wednesday, right? Because it would run through here. So I would have 8 hours. No, I'd have 16. No, it starts in 8 hours. When does it start? So it starts on Thursday morning. So I'd submit by Thursday morning. So I'd have exactly Wednesday. Can I post links to the chat? You absolutely can. Nightbot might smite you for it, depending on what the link is, but normally it's okay. Weird game jam associated spring. Cyberpunk game jam. Lost, Broken, Unplayable. Oatstar games for spring. Mini jam. I also like. Here's the thing. I want to start doing like pixel art. Like I want to learn pixel art. But the thing is with pixel art, it's hard. It's really hard. And I'm not good at it. And I feel like I maybe don't want to stream me just being absolute like a trash panda at doing pixel art. But maybe I will. I don't know. I want to be able to like do a game jam like this and I make everything. I want to be able to do like all of the music, all of the art, regular. Really need to be good at normal art to be shit at pixel art. Oh, is that how that works? We would love pixel art. Being trash is fun. But ooh, maybe we start doing pixel art, man. Maybe just like an hour a day. Roblox Lua in 100 seconds. Timer 100 seconds. I love that for them. Also, what is this editor? What is this? Run a command. Local var. It's all just Lua. I mean, the nice thing is like Lua just looks like other programs. Maybe. Pixar. I don't remember the program Graph X2. We would probably be using Sprite no matter what. Maybe watching the learning process go through would be cool. Learning art is hard to do on stream because you feel bad for not being good at music. That's literally exactly 100,000% the way that I'm concerned about, or the thing that I'm concerned about is like just being absolutely dog shit for the first like probably 4 or 5 months before I make anything even like reasonably close to a real thing. But maybe, and hey, it would be content too. I can't wait to watch my wrap-up video of I tried pixel art for a month. And then I like have a 15-minute long intro about how I've always wanted to learn pixel art, and I remember being a kid and wanting to learn pixel art, even though it's not true at all. I feel like I can make Libre Sprite or A Sprite. I mean, I can build Twitter in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can build Twitter in a weekend. You know, that's how hard could it be to build Twitter in only 1 weekend? Gotta start on the video of making a cup of tea. Oh yeah. Yep. Just like 5 minutes of just pure Foley work that have nothing to do with anything that I'm going to talk about. Then I sit down and I go, pixel art. And then it cuts and a different song starts playing, right? With the title screen. Ooh, let's get it. Don't we have to have the 2 Discord messages saying you can't do it? Yes, of course. 100%. Yes. Absolutely. Doing animation via palette swaps. GraphX2 is probably not as nice for animation, but it's really nice for managing your color palette. You know, old school sprite. Oh, that's interesting. A-Sprite's pretty good about that. And like you can do pixel art pretty easily. Like with animations and like the color palette is a little bit weird because you have to like save it's its own like file type or something. Deadline number 1, no progress at all. I'm never making another video. Here's shots of me making tea and food. Dude, do you know what I really want to do though? Is I saw a video. So like every good YouTuber, I want to steal content. There was a video about a guy doing a game, and for every subscriber, he was allowed to write 1 more line of code. I kind of want to do a similar thing for this channel, but you know what would be funnier than writing a game with 700 lines of code? Is writing a if statement, a 700-line if statement. For every subscriber, or for every follower I have on Twitch, I can get the list, by the way, so I'll comment your name on every single line. So for every follower, I just write 1 more line of the if statement. So it's like, if 1, return odd. If 2, return even. If 3, return odd. Like, I want to do that for some reason, even though that is the dumbest thing I've ever thought of in my life. That Balatro was made? Yeah, it was. And actually, like, okay, I don't get this discourse. Would you remove people that unfollow you? Probably not, no. So they would actually grow slightly slower than the total list of all followers. I would start from most recent down, so that way if you're like the most recent person, you would pop up sooner. So like stack style, I guess. Okay, do you guys know about this Balatro thing? Balatro if statement. This is the weirdest, like, take that I've seen on some of these things. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's talk about this. Oh, it's deleted. Is this deleted? Is the tweet Oh, it's like gone. Wait, did they take it down? Let me see. How do I see like just the post? I just want to see the post. Wayback Machine? True. Wayback Machine. Let's see. I actually made a profile picture with Graph X2. I think I used like 7 colors actually. Dude, that's awesome. Holy shit. That's so cool. Balatro the crazy poker game? Yes, it was. Maybe we should play some Balatro today. I actually wouldn't mind that. Alright, so it's this thing on the Wayback Machine. Alright. You also made this video that might interest you. What is this? What is this? You're a Roblox dev. Watch this. Oh, this is a much longer video. This is a 35-minute video. I'm going to push this to the queue. Pause. Okay, we go here. Hopefully this works. Saved 3 times. Hell yeah. Thank you, internet. You go here. Okay, this is the post. And there's a couple of things about this that really, really bother me. So, first one is that it doesn't load. Come on, Twitter. Come on, Twitter. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Maybe not. Try again. Come on. Bruh. Alright, I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'm giving up, but I'll still talk about what I want to talk about. There's only 1 save? How do I get, like, more granular saves? If I do this... Oh, it's 3 snapshots from exactly this? Is it going to be able to load the image? Let me show you, like, maybe if I can see it this way. Well, okay, you can kind of see it from here. Maybe I can do like open image in tab. Open image in new tab. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so it's a little crunchy, but bear with me. Oops. So this is the tweet. Balatro source code engine has an epic 4717 file card.lua with all the game logic spelled out in gargantuan if/else stacks. So if you haven't played Balatro, what these are is different cards in the game enhance your poker run. So you're basically playing poker, but it's a deck builder with just a regular deck of cards. So like you can add cards to your deck, you can change cards to your deck, like you make everything a spade, for example, right? There are jokers in the game, which are your like roguelike elements that make your run better or worse, right? So there's a joker, for example, this one here is called Red Card. Red Card, I don't really remember what it does, but it has some ability that messes with the multiplier that you get for the game, right? So if you play a hand, you get an X amount of chips, and there's a multiplier that like does extra thing if you have some condition met, right? So like, oh, you get 100 chips for a pair, but if you have both the cards are red, then you get double the chip amount, right? That's kind of how the game works. So there was a lot of discourse around this being like two sides, basically. One was saying, oh, well, you know, game developers, you know, the game shipped, or like your choices are write bad code or don't ship your game or something like that, right? And like, it's first of all, like, I don't understand why this person posted this. And more specifically, you can see it in the preview if you look on the right-hand side that they took a very like, this is a very incendiary part of this thing to have picked. Because this is literally like an if statement that's checking, is the ability name Cavendish or Card Sharp or Bootstraps? And if it is, return this thing, right? But if you look on the right-hand side, there are crazy conditions in this game that can happen. So for example, there's one that says you can make a straight with 4 cards instead of 5, or you can make a straight with gaps in your straight. So you can say like 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So you're missing the 6, but you're still allowed to do it. These ones are pretty simple. They just modify the multiplier, but you can literally see in the code preview, there are large chunks of this game where very many conditions are happening. And essentially what they've constructed is a config file, right? So if you wanted to do this the quote unquote good way, what you would do is have like all of this abstracted into class properties and then return these like predicate result like pairs of being like, oh, is this thing a whatever? If it is, and your hand does a certain thing, then if we satisfy the predicate, then we can have the payoff, whatever that is, right? And so you need to abstract all of this crap out. The thing is, that's basically the same thing as what's happening here. Like, yes, is it that slow to do if self-ability name equals thing, as opposed to doing, for example, a dictionary lookup? Or is it way slower to do it this way as opposed to, like, doing a card ID or a joker ID and not using a string, right? Yeah, but here's the thing. It's a 2D game, runs on anything. Computers are fast as hell. Like if yes, sure, you could do this faster. You could. Unless there are complaints about being slow, there isn't. That's the thing. This game runs super fucking well. Right? People have broken it already, of course. People are going to break anything. If it works, it works. It's not only like if it works, but like I don't think this is bad code. Like the existence of better code doesn't make this bad code. This code works. It makes stuff happen. It's great. It's totally fine. Non-final statements through like 52 factorial. They're just all 52 cards. These aren't checking the cards that are happening. These are checking the jokers. The jokers are things that modify your cards. So for example, like they let you make a flush with only 4 cards instead of 5, right? That's the things that are being looked up here. And you can see it in some of the checks on these conditions, where if you look at this naively and you go, why don't you just do a dictionary? Well, yeah, maybe this one, self.ability name equals Cavendish, then return this thing. But what about this one? If ability name equals red card and self.ability.mult is greater than 0. So if the mult is greater than 0, then apply this thing. That's not a dictionary lookup. That wouldn't work in a dictionary lookup anymore, right? Then the dictionary lookup would be hey, look up based on this ability what predicates have to be met in order to get the payoff. And like, again, you can do it like that way. It's totally fine to do that. But you don't need to. And like, what is the quote? 97% of optimizations are wasted. You think it was written by hand? This? Yeah, for sure. I think so, yeah. Because I imagine like as they were implementing different abilities on cards, they just continued adding to this thing, right? Like I think another thing is people evaluate code as in like, oh, this is the only state it's ever existed and here it is, the whole thing. They must have written it all in 10 minutes in one shot. And I guess it sucks. I mean, there's also that switch statement in Undertale, and that also works good enough. Exactly. Computers are fast as fuck. Holy shit, your computer is fast. Like, your computer is unfathomably quick and getting quicker. So, like, yeah. Is a string check slower than an integer check? Yeah, man. Like, you don't sound as smart as you think when you bring that to the table. I think OP posted is kind of this is unoptimized, it doesn't change how good the game is, but the general Twitter impression of a long statement is to be obtained by certain controversial developers who game ran badly. I mean, the thing about Twitter is no matter what you see, you just always assume it's the worst case take that anyone has ever had, right? Like, I think you're right. This probably wasn't meant. In fact, the fact they deleted it probably makes me lean towards, like, them not saying that this is a bad way of doing it, but just saying, like, a funny thing, right? But immediately people look at this and go, well, I have an opinion and everyone has to know about it. Like, it's like, that's just kind of the environment that happens on Twitter because of the way the algorithm works. It sucks, but that's the way it is. But like, this isn't, if your code runs, I'm not going to call it bad at any point. Could it be better? Yeah. And I think if you're the developer, you can say like, you can look at some of the feedback people have given, like, oh, maybe I should use IDs instead of this thing, or like use enumerates to go from ID to string, and that way you have the spelling right, and you don't have the Fernand situation. But like, it works, and it's fine. It's totally fine. You also get the Godot way and make a string name class. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, do your own comparisons that way. Yeah, there you go. Actually, write code in Lua to write code into a new file for you. I don't think this is auto-generated, because it's more than just this. If it was just string comparisons, I actually would lean more towards it being auto-generated based on some config file. But the fact that these all have different predicates makes me think that it wasn't. Talking about Minecraft, how much it needs optimization. Minecraft, all right, you ready? I'm going to say something kind of weird, but Minecraft's pretty optimized, honestly. That thing will run on a toaster. It's incredibly impressive. One game that does this incredibly well, by the way, is League of Legends. Has like some of the most optimized can run on anything code, like out of anyone. Could be partially auto-generated. That I would not be surprised. Yeah, I mean that I almost certainly would agree with. I think the extended predicates are probably not, but either way, it doesn't really used to, but they dropped that. All right, in my defense, I haven't played Minecraft, or I haven't played League in like 3 years, so I don't know, but I know back in the day it literally would run on like a Chromebook and well. When was the last time you played Minecraft? Like 3 days ago. Yeah, Minecraft being honest, think about Minecraft from over 10 years ago. It's 10 years ago. Minecraft was pretty dog shit. Yeah, like before release, Minecraft was pretty bad. But like, could it be more optimized? Yes. Does that mean that its current existence means that it is unoptimized? No, I don't think so. They don't support Windows 7 machines at all anymore. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Not officially, but they do. They do. They know they have to. That compatibility mode is strong. Yeah, like, again, I'm not going up to bat for Microsoft developers at any point in my time. But I don't know how to say. I take issue with things being like, oh, they're not even optimized. Those developers, meh. Well, doesn't Minecraft still does? And I know that's not what you're saying either. Like, but like, for example, he's playing on this laptop, got like 30 FPS unmodded. Yes, it has integrated graphics, but saying you can run toasters, just straight up lie. Yeah, I mean, like, it can't run on anything. It could be better, but I think it's pretty well optimized, honestly, like all things considered. Again, it's not to say like I'm not shielding them from criticism. There's a lot of that. It's the problem is more Java than Minecraft. That's probably there's a lot of truth to that. But like, I mean, you get the advantages of running it on Java too, right? Like, The top end and low end kind of suffer, but it runs on fucking anything. Like, you can play Minecraft on your smart fridge. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think it could be optimized better, but it's maybe just not something they're targeting. It's coded in Java, so I don't blame them for that, too. Dude, I love Java. I'm going to give it up. I think Java is actually really sweet. I don't maybe love coding in it all the time because it's a bit of an eclectic language, but like, the JVM is cool. I'm going to give it up. Do you love JavaScript? I like TypeScript a lot. My only real problem with JavaScript is it tries a little bit too hard to be like FP, to the point where like, I feel like you get this a lot in JavaScript where you're typing and you get like my thing dot function, and then you have like this archaic shit, and you do this, and then you have some statement, and then you close this statement, and then you go like this, and this whole thing is wrapped, so you go like this, and this is wrapped in another like outer shell, like outer scope thing that you need to close, and you get a lot of this moments in JavaScript where you just have a line that's like this, and it's really hard to understand what this is. This is my biggest problem with JavaScript. I don't like stuff like this. Even though it's a syntactic sugar, technically speaking, you could write like function like this equals this thing. I don't like the presence of things like this because it makes the language a lot harder to approach. That's my like, I care way more about how code is readable, like how readable code is than how code is written, or than how code runs, in my opinion. Because like, if you have the most optimized thing in the entire universe and your code is literally perfect, but all your variable names are I and J, that code's not getting updated. That code's staying the exact way it is forever. So I hope you wrote it perfectly, because what the fuck is this? I don't know what this is. That's my opinion on this. Sounds like assembly. A little, like, it's just, yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but like, honestly, you kind of, it's the same thing, right? Like, that's why it's bad, is it shares the same property of like being difficult to understand. Recognize similar voxel engine with the update and render loop, then come back to tell me Minecraft is not optimized. It's insane how much data is optimized in Minecraft. There is, I mean, again, it's not like that's safe from criticism entirely. I do not understand. Like, here's one complaint I do have with Minecraft is, there's a lot about that game that I don't understand, like, new features being put into. I don't understand, like, the purpose of basically any of the updates in the last, like, 20 months. It just seems all like silly. I don't know. Like, at no point am I like, ooh, the sniffer. I'm just like, the what? The what now? The sniffer? What does it do? And they're like, you can breed it. That wasn't my question. What does it do? It sniffs. Or that, like, I feel like the Minecraft features, like, it's the shovel theory. Like, every new feature in Minecraft is just secretly a new way of getting a shovel. You know what I mean? Like that part, I'm like, what the fuck? But like, saying the code is bad or like it's not optimized, like, I don't know. I just don't. I can't agree with a lot of that stuff at face value. So it's like, why on earth would anyone pick up that game now? Community is toxic as hell in terms of game design. I can think of like 3 MOBAs that are more interesting to play. The thing is with League is like, 1, it's a little bit that it's the most popular game ever. 2, League does esports really well. I will give it up to League of Legends. If you don't play League of Legends and you watch League of Legends, it's really fun. It's a fun game to watch. I loved Overwatch. Loved Overwatch when it came out. I played so much Widowmaker, it would make you upset. You would get sick to your stomach to know how much time I've put into just purely playing Widowmaker. I like sniper rifles. Okay, but I tried watching Pro Overwatch League. Have you guys ever seen Pro Overwatch League? Let me pull up a video of Pro Overwatch. Let's just take a look. Let's take a quick little peek at Pro Overwatch, shall we? Pro Overwatch match. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Overwatch League Grand Finals from 3 years ago. Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly what I need. I'm gonna go to here. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna watch a little bit of. What the fuck am I looking at? Laser beam. Are we winning? That's a robot. Are we now? We're punching the air. Team kill. Okay. Now the robot's walking. That's good. And we're running on the walls. Also cool. Oh, okay. That person's leaving for some reason. Oh, there's a laser beam coming from the left. And now we're over here. Where are we right now? Oh, now we're hacked. What? Am I watching? What am I looking at? I play this game and I don't really know what I'm looking at. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So, like this, Counter-Strike low-key has the same problem. They're much better about it now. Much better about it now. Where like, because literally every time you're in first-person camera in a game like this, like you've seen pros play first-person shooter. They're like looking around and like have really jerky movements because they're checking all over to the left, they're checking to the right, they're like going up and they're like making these really fast, snappy shots and like really quick decisions. If you're watching a pro do that, you don't got any fucking clue. Like look at it, like okay, well, complete 180. Now we're watching the robot. Okay, flip around again. Okay, flip, flip, flip. Okay, now we're over here. We're over here. When we threw the grenade, now looking at this guy. Like, if you play Anna, this is probably really cool for you. And if you don't play Anna, what am I looking at? I don't know, dude. Like, so credit to where it's due. Like, League of Legends is incredibly fun to watch. I still think StarCraft is the GOAT. I don't know if you guys ever watched StarCraft. Oh, baby, that is some good eating when it comes to esports. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good watching pro StarCraft. ESL, great, goated. Hell yeah. Oh, it's so good. Me and MOBAs in general are well suited at esports to do the top-down view. Same goes for RTS game for which they spawn. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. It's so much easier to watch like an RTS and understand, even from a casual perspective, what's going on. And like, when you do that, you don't need to have the most interesting games ever, right? Or like really hype shoutcasters, because the game itself is just fun to watch. Overwatch is just, it's just difficult to see really what's going on. And like, the thing with Overwatch is, especially like, okay, so like this, for example, is like we're pushing a thing, right? There's not a lot of consistent areas where you can see a clearly defined goal for the players. Counter-Strike, if you know a little bit about Counter-Strike, you know, like, we gotta, like, what even happened? Team 1 win? What, how? How did they win? I've never won what? Okay, let's watch a pro. Don't worry about that Google search. I was playing a lot of Blatro. What is it, like pro Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike 2. Okay, in comparison, watch this. So ESL does a really, really good job about this, where they do like, they still have player cams, and it's still pretty hard to see what's going on here. But hopefully they'll emphasize my point here soon. Hey, that guy's just fucking dead. Go to like a bigger view. Come on. Really? That's the end of the round? Come on. Come on. Where's like a good... I'm trying to make a point here. You're not making it any easier. Where's like... I need like a zoomed out camera, dude. Okay, here we go. Nope, not it. Well, okay, even still. One, you can see the players like through the wall, which is really nice. And also Counter-Strike, it's like pretty clearly defined what is trying to be happening here. Another good thing is like once a player... Okay, can you stay on that angle, please? Like they're trying to plant the bomb at the B site, right? And like, that is the objective. It's clear to me that that is the objective. And I can see all of the players in the map. I have more information than the actual people playing the game. Where like, there's a lot less visual clutter going on too. Where like Overwatch, like everyone has a glowing ability and like crazy shit's going on. So I can't find a good clip of like a good angle hold, because I really like when they do that camera. It's a way easier way to see the game, but apparently ESL doesn't want to work with me right now, but it's totally okay. But yeah. So credit to where League is due. Like the esports in League is really, really. Overwatch 2 is indistinguishable from 1. Yeah, it's the same game. It's the same game. It's the same video game. Overwatch 2 is Overwatch 1. That they didn't actually do anything. It's yep. One but less fun to me. I didn't even play it. I was like, I think I'm all set on that. Pro Valorant. I have not watched a lot of Pro Valorant. Match. VOD. I watched a lot of Pro Valorant. I hope they do a similar thing. Where it's like top-down cameras, because that just, it makes it so much easier for people to understand. Not to say that I want that the whole time. Like there is merits to watching the pros, because it is fun to see exactly what they're doing. They changed teams from 5v5 instead to 6v6. That game has a role issue. That was my biggest takeaway from playing like a lot of Overwatch, was like it definitely felt like if they had better characters than you, they win the game, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. Like, I don't know if you guys were around for Goat's meta in Overwatch. Goat's meta was 5 tanks and a healer, and like literally if you weren't also playing 5 tanks and a healer, just don't even bother. Don't even bother being a person. There are characters that were specifically designed to kill tanks, but the thing is they wanted tanks to have a lot of agency, and so tanks would often have an ability that would one-shot regular characters. That's a problem. Like if your regular characters counter tanks, well, except Roadhog, you can just pull anyone in and one-shot them. Like, wait, then what? Then why would they be able to do that? Like, there were tanks that were more pure tanks. Like Diva can't really kill anyone. Like Winston can dive and can kill people sometimes, but Reinhardt was literally like, Reinhardt's not killing anyone. Yeah, he's maybe if he pins you, but like that's less a him thing, more of a you thing. You know what I'm saying? B-Creeper was the tank buster. He was, but even like then, if 5 tank meta, he's good, but you can only have one of them. It's like, okay, he got hooked by Roadhog, he's dead now. Well, it's gotten too snowbally for me. Yeah, I mean, I stopped playing because I was an 80 carry main, and League has the most frustrating problem ever. Also, hydrate, thank you. In that, I just realized this is a pro player, not an ESM, or like an actual match. No, I need like an esports match. I feel like Valorant event pods, whatever. I played 80 carry, and it was incredibly annoying that in pro play, 80 carry is the best role. It's the best one. It's the best role in the whole game, and it's not really up for debate. Maybe mid lane is sometimes better, but 80 carry is the best role. Mid laner's job is to kill the 80 carry, basically, right? And do a lot of damage. I mean, there's like burst mages now, and there's like AoE control mages and stuff, but best role. And in solo queue, 80 carry is the worst role. The worst role in the whole game. It's the worst. It's because you're a little idiot baby, and you have no hands and feet, and you must be brought up by your very helpful support who's just an entirely separate, different human person and might not know how to play the video game or protect you. And so you're just at the mercy of 9 other people in the game. So it'd literally be like you and the enemy 80 carry just like cowering in the corner, hoping the jungler doesn't come up for the 19th time. And even if you started a snowball, like the enemy Zed could just, I don't know, press one button and you died anyways. So it was very frustrating to play a role that I knew was good, but sucked. Yeah. Spider-Man have the same problem, but with suicidal ADCs. I mean, Merlin, if you're a support player like now and your ADC sucks, you can just leave. You just go somewhere else. You're the jungler support now. That's what you are. You're the mid laner support. You're gonna go gank mid lane a bunch of times. ADC sucks, just leave. Yeah, you did exactly. The nice thing about that role, and I'm not to say like one role is better than the other. In solo queue, roles with more agency are advantaged. Now you might be saying, why didn't I just stop playing AD carry and play other roles to climb? I should have. I should have done that, yes. But I really liked the role, and I wanted to play that role because I found the role fun. But the experience of playing the role was no longer fun for me. I stopped playing. Also, if you leave your bot lane, your game throws. No, you just leave. You have agency. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You played Heroes of the Storm. Remember, you would dominate the whole game, but if the enemy captured one thing, the game was over. It was a free win for them, basically, because the capture were so lopsided. I did play HOTS for a while. My thing with HOTS was it was it was the math game. Here's how HOTS works. Okay. The first 17 minutes of the game do not matter. Whatever happens in the first 17 minutes, no one cares. It's literally fine. Don't. You AFK, you go eat some lunch. Who cares? That's fine. Fine, so it's whatever. Don't worry about it. At 17 minutes, I don't actually know the exact timing, the objective spawns. This is the objective. His name is Big Carl. If you kill Big Carl, you get a boost. You get to go boost mode. If you don't kill Big Carl, then you don't get boost mode. The enemy team gets boost mode only. And it's very bad. You'll lose. You'll lose if they get boost mode. Yeah, it's like Quidditch. Yeah, this is the golden snitch. This is Big Carl. You got to kill Big Carl. Sometimes it's like 3 Carls that you have to kill. Sometimes you have to push a Carl into a corner, but it's all just interact with Carl. Now, like I said, the first 17 minutes of this game do not matter in any shape or form of the word. Now, it's Big Carl time. Here's where the real game begins. Okay, how many people did you bring? Did you bring perhaps 3 people? Did you? Did you? Maybe. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. The enemy team brought 4 people. Brought 4 people. Oh, look, a bot. Bye, bot. Unfortunately for you, this number is bigger than your number. You lose the game. Now, sometimes they come with 2 people. You know, your number is bigger than their number. You win the game. Really? That's the whole game, huh? It's crazy. Most maps first objectives, no way game ending. That's just in general, this is how I felt about HOTS. It's like, oh, it's Big Carl time. How many do we have? 3? How many do they have? They have 5? Nah, we lose. Nah, we lose. Nah. A lot of maps, the objective is spread around the map. Yep, for sure. And like, they got better at this problem as the game went on, but like, this is how I felt about the game. It's like, literally, the first 10 minutes don't matter, and then it's Big Carl time. And we brought more, we win. We brought less, we lose. And like, that's okay if you want to have a thing where it's like, everyone has to show up for the objective. It's like, it's supposed to be a 5-on-5, but like, if you're a new player and you don't know that, you just lose games for like no fucking reason. Just because they had more numbers than you. Funny enough, League actually works in the same way. Okay, timing fights so you don't have people dead when the objective spawns is part of the strategy. For sure, yeah. It's just like a frustrating experience that I had when I was playing it is all. I just didn't particularly enjoy that part. That's all. That's all. But I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like, lots of people played it. Lots of people had fun with it. One of my friends almost went pro in it, actually. That would have been cool, but he could not. He was too busy with college. I think he should have gone. Now he just has a degree and is incredibly successful. What a loser. I think we should LOL when Dragon spawns. Especially in, like, the older days when League was... Or when, like, Dragon was more gold and less, like, now it's, like, a stacking buff. Yeah. I think it's the end of game problem. Like, you could come back. You could in, like... Yeah, I mean... You could do that in HOTS, too. It's never over. League of Legends are much more powerful than in HOTS. I don't think that that's true, at least my experience when I played it. So, like... The thing is, in League, like, early objectives aren't as big of a deal now because they know that that isn't, like, what they want for the game. So, like, dragon buffs, like, you can stack dragons, that's a problem. But, like, in the old days, dragon was literally, like, 700 gold for your team or something crazy. That's literally, like, 2 kills worth of gold. And, like, the grubs are good, but they're not... They're good enough that you want to fight over them, but they're not so good that you need to bring your whole team every time. And it felt like in HOTS, it was all or nothing every time with the objectives. But again, I'm not saying either game is better. Like, play whichever game you enjoy more. That's totally valid. I'm not here to be like, actually, I'm not going up to bat for League of Legends of all games. Thank you very much. League of Legends actually is the best video game ever made. And if you disagree with me, then you just have bad opinions. Like, play Paladins? Hell yeah, Paladins is fun. Paladins is great. I like the movement in Paladins. I think it's cool. I think it's so funny that they got, like, they're like, oh, you stole these designs from Overwatch. Like, I think Overwatch came up with them? You think Overwatch was the first one to do, like, healer with a stick that heals people? Interesting. I wonder where they would have gotten an idea for a healer that holds down a button to heal people with, like, a big stick. Huh. That's a real quandary. I'm gonna be in the tank about this one. Nope, can't think of anything. Ah, weird. Yeah, I guess it's original. Arizona is so game changing, people don't even dare challenge it since the risk of too high of it getting stolen. Is it? I mean, I feel like I watch a lot of pro play. It's like a good thing, but it's not like a game ender, I feel like, these days. I don't know, maybe first or second one is different. It's not like Elder Dragon is literally like, okay, GG. But like Baron, I usually feel like it's just a way to get sieges moving. I was rather Paladins is upfront about being inspired by TFT. Overwatch will still pretend the game doesn't exist. It's TFT. What's TF2? TF2? If I've ever seen this game. Huh. Weird. Does this one look like Mercy to anyone else? Mercy. This one looks like a Widowmaker if you ask me personally. I bet they have like a rifle that charges up. They probably stole that from Overwatch. I haven't played in nearly a year though. That's fair, yeah. The Heavy. What is her name? The very tall lady. I don't remember her name. Is there like a pyro in Overwatch? Is there someone that does like left click AoE? Is there? This one I don't think so. Engineer? You mean like a guy that puts down turrets? Who like builds... Moira, yeah, Moira. You have the guy that builds turrets. It's interesting. Interesting that he just puts turrets down. You have the rocketeer person. No, he must have stolen all these from Overwatch. That's Mercy. That's Widowmaker. Demo Man. There's not really like a Demo Man analog. Scout is literally just Tracer. Although Tracer's actually a little bit cooler than Scout, I feel. Like I like the twist they did for that one. I mean, obviously it wasn't like directly inspired or whatever, but lots of risks because the objectives aren't based on last hits. It's not as risky and that's more common to fight for the objective. Yeah, but like, I think when you do that, you also take away part of the agency players have during objectives too. Like, it's just a different way of doing it. I don't think either way is necessarily better. I prefer last hit does the thing because otherwise, like, it feels like it's a wasted objective. Let's say you get there when like the thing's already half dead. Should you just leave? Because like at best now you can do like is 75-25, right? 5 times dead is Overwatch trying to have to distract people. Yeah, there. Isn't Overwatch like year after year the most like search for Rule 34 or something? Battle Wife and the Husbandos are insanely good. Some of those skins, man. I actually know too well what the Paladins characters. I actually know what they look like too well. It's more like animated style, yeah. Less like trying to. Oh my god. Sorry. What? Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. No, I'm seeing some things. I don't know what this girl's name is, but she cute. I'll give it up. Oh, she's got like a little pet dude. Support classes? Love support classes. High Elf Leon skin has a short skirt. Oh my god. Yeah, they aren't hiding it. No, I can, yeah. Nope, yep. The objective ended up being stat contest, which is why the early game second is actually the most important part. I can't speak too much on the game because, again, I only really had like the new player experience. So everything I was talking about just was what I felt for as being a new player. That's all. That's all. But yeah, I don't think one's like, oh, this one's so much better. Nah, play League of Legends. Like shared experience personally solves the bouncing issues around support income that all has. Nah. We're not. Nope. We're not touching that. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? I wish I had support's welfare checks, dude. They don't have to play the game. That's my favorite part about League is you say any class is good, and the other classes are like, oh, you have it so easy. You're a support. You don't even have to last hit, and you just get free money, and your items are cheaper. The fuck? Like, hang on a minute. Can't everyone say that? Yeah, it's just like, it's just different things. I personally just don't. League doesn't really have the appeal for me anymore. This is also the first group of devs I've ever seen debate adding bulge physics for male models. Yes. Equality. Good. Where do we set the sprite on this? We need more of that. I haven't played LoL in almost a decade, I think. Credits to them. They keep it fresh, honestly, but I don't think you're missing too much. Set sprite frames, bounding box. Where do we do the set sprite frame? I think it's on the character manager here. It says sprite frames here. Is that character name? Here we go. Just say new enemy dot set sprite bounding box. Enemy resource. No, not set sprite bounding box. What? Set sprite horizontal offset. This. It's gonna be enemy resource dot. Why won't this autocomplete? Did I not flag this as an enemy? Oh my god. Who wrote this code, dude? Enemy character resource. Now I should be able to do it. Horizontal sprite frames horizontal offset. There we go. I should be able to set it. Are factorials used for anything other than probability? Yes. But I can't think of anything. They show up in like combinatorics a lot when they're used to like counting things. So like permutations, often you run into factorials of like, for example, like you want to choose a certain amount of things. So like This might edge into probability depending on your opinion, but it's more of a combinatorial problem. Let's say you have like, I don't know, 7 colored balls in a bag, and you want to know how many different ways are there to pull out these 7 things, right? So like you have a green, a red, an orange, or whatever. There's 7 that you can pick initially without replacement. There's then 6 you can pick, and then 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. So this is 7 factorial. Same thing of like counting like how many ways are there to make a flush in poker. That's gonna be a similar thing where you're literally just doing counting. Do you mean if it's used for things other than this? Yes, it shows up quite often in like some calculations for like Taylor series and stuff. Let me look at Taylor series because I don't remember. Taylor series. So you do something like, yep, here you go. So a Taylor series is a way of evaluating or approximating a function as a bunch of sums of that function and its derivatives. So like, let's say we have f of, I mean, you can probably just read this thing. It's going to give you a better explanation. I'm a little rusty, but you can create a series for a given function by taking its thing at 0 and then its derivative over to 1 factorial, its derivative over 2 factorial. So these expand by factorial, and you do then x cubed, or like you go up the powers of x's as well. So yeah, there's not just factorial or counting. It's a couple of different things. Good night, Corix. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for being here. 4 a.m. is a bit late to be staying up. Go to sleep. Get some sleep, you nerd. You're looking to fix making items primarily utility stuff. Right now, that issue in law where literally every role has a damage dealer. Yep. And if you also do pure utility, then you run into the same issues that you run into with Dota, where it's like, okay, cool. Everyone has a blink knife. Now you have to design the game around the fact that everyone can flash all the time. So it's different things. Also, part income that is that it's just that it's difficult to balance as if the items are too cheap, the other roles end up using them. If they earn gold too readily, although I don't mind that. Do a top motivated for a few months. Yeah, I mean, there's no way of getting around these things, and oftentimes it's not like problems don't localize inside of a single role. A lot of times in League of Legends, they localize in the champion's like expression of that role. So, like in support, if the money's too good, what ends up happening is you don't have a support anymore. You have an assassin on welfare checks. It's like you have a Camille support who's just going to go around the map killing everyone and doesn't have to CS. That's a problem. That's really bad. But then, okay, you're like, oh, okay, well, supports have too much money. Let's knock down the support's money. Well, if we do that, we have to adjust their item cost down too. Now they're super cheap. Now everyone can buy them. And now everyone's buying like 2, everyone's starting the game with like 2, what were they? The shield that lets you execute things. It's like, okay, well now only one person can take that thing into lane. It's like, okay, but I'm still going to give it all to my jungler. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard. League is a very intensely difficult game to balance, and they've done an incredibly good job at keeping it balanced for very many years. There's a reason it's still the most popular game ever. Good choice in regards to HOTS, dropped items altogether in favor of talents. I mean, again, it's just a different way of doing it. I don't necessarily like think that that's better or worse. It makes it much easier to balance. I don't know if that's a good thing. Like, I don't know if ease to balance is a metric I want to measure my game on, because like you know what the easiest game to balance is? A game with no features. Like, and it's super easy to balance. There's nothing in it. So I don't know. It's a lot of ways to do a similar like gameplay, and like all of them do, like HOTS does things differently, League does things differently. They all play out differently. It's just different ways of making that kind of MOBA game. So it's all very interesting. I think it's neat that we have choice in like the ones we want to do. So there you go. Yeah. League is weird too, because I mean, the balance needs to work for different regions, because League in Asia doesn't have the same balancing as in the US, for example. That's why normally when they do patches, they'll break down like what they're targeted for. But it's not as different as you would think, and like they're not trying to make it so that all the regions have to play the same game. It's actually completely fine that all of the regions play differently, and you can design your balance around making sure that all of those things are okay, or making it so that some of those things aren't okay. Like, I think both are fine. I'm going to give credit where it's due. The League balance team is really good at what they do. They perform very, very well. There is a reason that game is like still incredibly popular. As you get the illusion to build choices, they tend to nerf champions and scaling such a way that only one type of build is viable anyways. I don't think that's true. I think I disagree with you. No, I think if you're a new player, you very often think that there's only one build path. But like when I was in High Diamond, that was a big like cutoff for people, was understanding actually how to change your build path. I wish there was more room for it. I wish oh, this game has a lot of armor, so like maybe I can build like the armor variant of my thing, right? Like that's not a thing in League, and I wish it was. But at the same time, like you're basically just reinventing runes and masteries. You actually kind of already have that ability to do it. But no, item build paths in League is like actually a skill expression. A lot of people just open up Mofire and build whatever people use now, probably like Blitz, and just build whatever is recommended. But like that is not a good way to build your champion. I'll see so many games where it's like the 80 carries up against like Rammus and Malphite, and they're like, oh, gonna build an IE, gonna build a Phantom Dancer. It's like, get your fucking armor pen item like second, bro. Yeah, send my VM on my future little DOS box. Got a love DOS ready to run Lua stuff. Hell yeah, Curious Silver, right on. That's sweet, dude. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think League does a really good job of actually keeping itself balanced. It's very impressive. Also, the game crashed, sorry. That's right, horizontal offset. What did you put it? So here, what do we need to do for this? We need to go to this thing. Wait, why did it crash? What's Prime? I don't know what Prime is. Other than Twitch Prime, which you could use on Jesus. There's a funny language called Pascal. It's a cool thing in the 90s. A little bit. Other builds still kind of work, but are significantly worse. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna build like AP on your AD champion or something, but I think there's skill expression in build paths in League. I think there's an illusion that there is not, but I think there is a lot, especially for like jungler roles or like support roles. You can get kind of crazy. You can get a little spicy with it. I mean, take Evelyn with the rework. That part sucks because reworks always suck because it feels like they're taking away like skill that you've built up. The classic, why do they nerf champions? Why don't they just buff everyone to keep everyone the same? You have to buff 130 champions every time one champion gets out of line. I don't know about that one there, guy. This champ does too much damage. We gave everyone in the game 5 armor. Should fix it. Should work out. Should be okay. Yeah, I think it sucks when they remove like a thing that's fun to play, but like I think it's okay for champions to have identity and not be like, some people want to get really, they want a chef and they want to build like a bunch of different crazy shit, and like maybe like you want Tank Evelyn to be a thing because you enjoy playing Tank Evelyn. I'm not faulting you for that, but I think the game is better when like champions have identities, and it's more about picking the character that does the role the best. I think is a more fun game to play than like picking the champ I want to play every time and trying to like fit that thing into every single situation. Like my Evelyn is my hammer and everything is a nail. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so for example, she was released with the concept of scaling with different builds, and then got nerfed everything except her attack speed build. I got to High Diamond on just pure Kaisa. I can't. I'm legally not allowed. The FBI will show up to my house and hit me with hammers if I say any comments on Kaisa builds. I abused that champion to get all the way up into Diamond. Also, you just gotta get good like the dude at World's playing not mid. That's what I'm saying about like champion identity is more fun. Because like it breeds a meta where like we need the right pieces and we can figure out the puzzle of how to get the right pieces together. That's really fun. At least on the time I stopped playing with, the game was losing a lot of its build diversity. Yeah, it's something they tried to focus in on, not making every champion be like viable for different things. And like, again, I think that that's better from like a gameplay perspective. For me, I prefer it that way. But I have a lot of friends that like doing like really crazy shit. Like one of my friends like literally loves to play AP Thresh, and it really sucks when they take that away from them because they love doing that. So, and like some people are like, I love Nami and I just want to play Nami, and Nami's my favorite champion, and no matter what I do, I want to play Nami. And it's like, yeah, that's great. And honestly, until like until like low challenger, probably high masters, You can just play Nami. It's fine. It's fine. Just one trick a champ. It really doesn't matter. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It's full moon today, though. Is it? I don't actually know. It's cloudy in Japan. Probably can't see it either way. Champ is much more relevant in the end. Champion identity is more fun, which is also why I think there are more so an illusion of build options. Again, I think there's, but like I don't think it's as secular or like singular as you think. Maybe. Yeah. I definitely hate that argument. Like, oh, why do they nerf champions? They should never nerf champions. Just buff champions. Just buff everyone up. Do bots kind of stream viewers? Sometimes. It depends on the nature of the bot. Depends. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I'm gonna do this needs to be on just the enemy character here. So when do I set this up? Set stats. Do I need this on just the enemy? Theoretically, you make a legal view bot. Sort of. I don't specifically know how views are counted on Twitch as far as bot views go. I know if you're in more than, I think it's like 6 channels, you no longer count as a view because you're just a bot. But like the illegal part of view botting is that it's... What is the illegal part of view botting? Twitch toss view botting. I actually don't know. It's gonna be a weird Google. The buffing everyone's strategy only works sometimes when it's stuff like fighting games. When it's one going, you don't have to balance around like 10 million party combinations. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's like when you have 10 characters, maybe do the buff instead of nerf thing, but like, yeah, League of Legends. Darius does a little bit too much damage. We want to nerf his win rate. I guess we have to give everyone in the game 20 health. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a little tricky, I think. Twitch toss. You bot. Hello? There we go. It's not illegal. I don't care about that. Lies about ad numbers? Is that why you can't do it? I have no idea why you're not allowed to do this. DMCA smash. It's just the Twitch terms of service. That can't be the only reason. Actually, no. Terms of sale? No. View bots? Botting? License? Entire agreement? Portion of using any data mining robots or similar data gathering extraction methods. Twitch is all right. It's not explicitly grant terms of service. This license is subject to the terms. It doesn't actually say anything about view botting. Why can't you view botting? Why can't you view bot on Twitch? What are you doing now, Furry Boy? Looking at the view botting thing. View botting against the terms of service, but not illegal. Can have significant consequences for streamers who engage in it. Doesn't do anything about Twitch botting. I just want to know why you're not allowed to do it. Why? Just tell me why. Those are started by viewers, so it's a little insulting to the real streamers, will you? That, I mean, I agree that you shouldn't be allowed to do it, but I just want to know why. There's a piece of artificially inflating a live view count using illegitimate scripts or tools to make a channel appear to have more current viewers than it actually does. So it's the intention of doing it. It's important to not confuse with legitimate rise in concurrent viewership, such as being hosted, or being embedded somewhere, or some other promotional source. View botting will also be accompanied by chat activity bots to imitate streamer/viewer interaction. Huh. Why is botting bad? Artificial engagement and bot limiting growth opportunities for legitimate broadcasters are damaging the community as a whole. False viewer growth is not conductive to establishing a career in broadcasting because the viewers do not contribute in a healthy, highly engaged community. So, it sounds like two things. So one, your bot is probably fine, depending on what you're doing. Two, they want only genuine users to like be a part of the view count and be part of like the viewing metrics. An example of view botting is bad because Google got in trouble for this recently. Basically, their ad service system was caught hiding ad or autoplaying them on websites at the bottom. Using the number of impressions on views on some cases, those ads were literally invisible on the screen, so it made people paying for ads thinking they were getting more impressions than they weren't. That's so fucked up. Can't do it, you'd be too powerful. That's the real reason, yeah. In terms of just allow you to adapt a bit to your opponents, does a person feel talents do better? Yeah. I mean, it just depends on like when you are allowed to do the adaptation. But in League, you're at least have like mastery systems you can do before game. So I could make a view bot. No, it's not what that says. You can make a bot that's a viewer because that's doing something for engagement. But you can't make a bot that's just there to give you views. That's view botting. The question is, where do you draw that line? Participate artificially inflating a live view count. So if you're using a script to literally inflate view count, then then you're view botting. So all of the bots would have to have a expressly different purpose. But also, I'm not a lawyer, so please don't view bot. Please, no view botting. Let's just say, maybe just say no view botting. Maybe we just say that. Is that a weird stance to take? Is that a weird? I'll be the first streamer to come out and say it. No view botting. I think it's bad. I think view botting is bad. I know a lot of people won't say it, but I'll be the one to do it. A lot of manually functioning bots viewing on a channel, it's technically legal. I mean, the fact that you're telling me now your intention is to make a view bot by having a bunch of bots that do individual contributions, probably not. But what's the calculus page about? It was asked if factorials were used for anything else other than probability, to which I replied, calculus. They're used in Taylor series. Hey, CodeCuber, welcome in, buddy. How's it going? Hey, CodeCuber, a question for you. Are you interested in perhaps another game jam? Because I found one that I'm going to start tomorrow. We found a game jam. We found a new game jam. It is the Schmix Jam. Schmix Jam 10. Here's how it works. A game jam that occurs every other week here. It's all about generating 3 different prompts and implementing them into a game. Also, my air conditioner is going to beep. And there it has. To participate, you have to go to the Mix Jam generator when it's open and generate 3 prompts. You can generate the prompts as many times as you want. Once you have found a mix of prompts that fits, you make the game. That's it. That's the video game. You make a jam in a week. Or, nope. Let me try again. You make a game in a week based on 3 random prompts. I think this is sick as hell. Do they have a Discord? Oh, of course. Of course they have a Discord. It has like 7 people in it. Hell yeah. Love that for me. Join the Schmix Jam. Welcome to the Schmix Jam, everybody. It's like a 2-day jam, but because it's a milestone, it's 7 days. Yeah. 7 days. Oh, this is so sick. Introduce yourself. Chit chat. How many people are in this Discord? Wait. Settings? How do I see the setting? How can you see how many people are in a Discord? Hold up. How do I do this? Nope, not that. Dude, I don't remember how to do this. Isn't there a way to do, like, invite people? No. Dude, I just want to see. Huh. So it's right there on the right side? This is how many are online. I guess I could just add it up. 32 online plus 104 offline. Do we have more people than them? We have how many? 48 online plus 102. Our Discord is bigger than this. We should run our own game jam. We should do a game jam. In the event, shouldn't the event embed say? Is that? Oh, that's how people are doing the game jam, but I don't know how many, like. My point is actually you can make a jam. Maybe we make a jam. All right, what would the Sky Gray game jam look like? The Sky Jam, the Gray Jam, the Sky Jam. Invite, not event. Invite. The Sky Jam. What would the Sky Jam look like? I'm curious. What would you want out of that? I'd have to put it on itch, which we could do. Discord embed. Say it anyway. One leak how to make a literal jam. The jam has nothing to do with games at all. I put it on itch because I was itchy. Isn't that how words work? This one should say it. The embed. Whoa! Hold up. Big earthquake. Holy shit. Oh, that scared me a little bit. It's good. It's over. Oh. God. Oh. Bikrishta. Let me check. Oh, that spooked me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Whoa. For a split second there? Yeah. Damn. That was a thick one. Probably like, it wasn't that bad actually. I thought it was gonna get bad. Oh. Spooky little earthquake. I know it's bad when my table starts to shake a little bit, but whoa. Anyways, what were we talking about? Sorry, my house started shaking. Sky Jam now, more Sky flavored TM. There was for a split second there. Yeah, I already clicked the link, so now I'm feeling it a bit. That's so crazy. That's so crazy that it. So it probably was Chiba. Probably Chiba. I'm gonna guess Chiba. Hold on. My thing's not updating. Let me see if I can look it up online. Spooky, dude. Japan earthquake and meteorological agency. I mean, probably 2 or 3 by the time it hit me. 226. So this thing is a little bit out of date. Yeah, I'm gonna guess like 3 tops. I think probably. Just a little shaky. That was weird. Anyways, this dude's not like you have to finish. That's true. I mean, but don't also stress yourself out, obviously. But yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we do. It wouldn't even be that hard to host a game jam, yeah. What would we want? A 1 week? I feel like 1 week's like the perfect time for a game jam. 1 week. What is the theme? What's the theme for the Sky Gray game jam? Sky the prefix to gray is gray the suffix to sky. So it's supposed to be like first name last name. It's supposed to be like Sky last name Gray, because that's how it worked in Sanctum. Like how the Godot Wild Jam does 9 days. Yeah, it's like trying to be a week, but it gives you a little extra. Sky Jam Gray. Theme is recharge. Ooh. Why? I like it, but why? Maybe we could do it like on opposite ends of when the Wild Jam happens. The thing is, like, I host the jam. I'm not allowed to participate in the jam, right? I assume that's how it works, but I'll play everyone's games. Sky Jam. Yeah, I think we do a game jam. I'll look about how to set it up, because I'm actually quite curious about this. Oh, sad. Why not? You can't participate in your own game jam, right? That's crazy, right? No way. There's no way. Let's go for earthquake stuff. Ooh, gimme. Oh, it was a 4. Ooh, spooky. Just a 4 here, so it probably hit me at like 3.5-ish. I'm like in this general area. Yeah, like this is like Tokyo. This is like downtown Tokyo, and like this whole chunk is Tokyo, so probably like a 3 or something. So less is out loud, which is just random words. Hell yeah, Pyle. I got you. Spooky, dude. It's just a 4. Where did it actually start? That was 4 total. Alright, that's not too bad. It's all good. No worries. I think those participating but not being part of the judgment would be a fun idea, actually. Like seeing what the host could create while you made stuff. I agree, but from my perspective, I would rather just look at people's stuff, I think, and be like invested only as the person like curating, I think that'd be more fun for me, because then I'd be like seeing what stuff happened in the community, which I think would be really cool. But I don't know, maybe both could work. The game host could be the medium. The host game could be the medium. Oh, I see what you mean. I do theme recharge in the shadows, life as an NPC. He's taking shots at me now. Like, what did you think the direction was supposed to go? That's what I'm worried about, is if I make a game and I pick a theme and then I make a game and then I'm like, oh, well, I did the theme like this. Like, I'm not saying I would do something like that, but I think if I had a jam, I wouldn't participate. Plus, that makes me more like altruistic when I'm looking at everyone's submissions and stuff. Looking at game jams, found the weird game jam, except it's spring. Yes, that's the title. Isn't the weird game jam always like 2 random rules where it's like the baby must have meat or something? Another game alongside the game jam, just not enter it. Yeah, I think I think I would rather just not. I think I have a better time. I would want to host it and like host people that are streaming it and stuff like that, and then at the end of the week, play a bunch of stuff that people made in the community. I think that's probably the like level of interaction I'd want to have with it. I think that's the most fun for me. That way I'm not like spoiled on what other people are doing too, so I kind of like go into it and see how people like felt about the theme and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't develop stuff during the week. I'm taking the week off. You guys make me games. I'm just gonna sit here on my 100 subs and do nothing. Feels good. That's definitely the direction. Next jam is special and is a week long instead of a weekend. True, yeah. Do you still been game jam with separate themes where each host participate in the other jam? That's interesting. We would need a second person, but that's very interesting. So you're off for the week, like making someone else's game jam, and they're doing your game jam, and at the end you play. Ooh, it's a little spicy. Again, I would think that the 2 streamers that are doing it though would not be allowed to participate, and like the judging, or would not have like their submissions judged. I think would be the fair way to do it. The second host, guys. Weird, I don't think I've ever seen you stream before. Yeah, maybe. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Gotcha, welcome in, buddy. I'm doing pretty well. Think I'm done to this mix jam? You're down to this mix jam? done to this mission. Gotta hurry up. Hurry up with my makeup. Good luck, good luck. You got this, you got this. You're down? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No streamers in chat who program, obviously. True, true. They only comment about your code. No, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I love you. Yeah, I think we do this. What other jams are there? I feel like I'm about to be ready to live my life as just a game jammer for forever and for always, for better or for worse. What else is there? What else is there? Mixed jam. I feel so jammy after not being able to do the last one. Fucking blue, dude. Weak sauce? Is this a whole week jam? Weak sauce? Who has time for game jams with job, families, and other communities? It's getting in the way. Weak sauce tries to make jam more chill. No set dates. Start whenever. You have 7 days to make something, but they don't need to be consecutive days. That'll let publish whatever you have, even if it's not finished. No big deal. It's just a weak sauce game after all. I mean, as many times as you want during the month. We'll host a new game jam at the start of the month. No, you were at the time. I stayed muted. Sorry, I coughed. This is cool. I like this game jam. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, this is really cool. Got attacked by a can of tuna yesterday? Like a sentient can of tuna? If it's non-sentient, I have questions. And if it is sentient, I have questions, but they can wait. There's a bigger problem. Maybe some cheating. Yeah, probably. But I mean, that's like kicking again. Nope, we're okay. Non-sentient. Oh, thank God. Okay, how did that happen? What I can tell is non-sentient. Okay, well, we'll have to work on the assumption. But yeah, sounds that seemingly non-sentient. Yeah, I mean, like Codekeeper, that kind of just goes against the spirit of the. If you cheat in a game jam, just kindly and politely fuck off. I don't know. But I feel like that's not a reason to not do something like that. But like, oh, people could cheat. Like, yeah, people are gonna be shitty no matter what. Green eggs and ham. Green eggs and jam. I'm just as mad about it as you are. Go to Wild Jam. We just did that. Oh, this one's like way sooner. Shit. Wait, so hang on. When does... Mixed Jam ends here. 3-hour game jam. We could try this too. 3-hour game jam. That actually sounds really fun. Cheating is an improvement. Event is weird. Cheating? Yeah, like it's literally... It's meant for you to... Yeah, it makes no sense. Vote for the theme. Portal accident. Third game jam. Try Game is a weekly game jam where your goal is to make something playable and fun in just 3 hours. Nurse just shows that it's more than just possible. Here's a short video explaining how it works if you don't agree in the page. Try your best to make a game in 3 hours, but even if you can't still submit it, you're allowed to go overtime. However, only games available in 3 hours or under are eligible to get first place. The time only counts for building your game, that is any coding, making sound effects, music, art, and other assets. Writing and designs out, coming up with ideas, compiling your game, or making the itch.io page does not count. Ooh. Use an official TryJam timer / study music video to time your 3 hours. Pause when you take a break, continue when you are back. Ooh, I like this one too. Someone actually mentioned TryJam before, and I think I said, what a dumb jam, and that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Why would I ever do this ever? And I'll never change my mind. I think that's what I said about it. I don't remember, but I think those were the words I used. Dude, this is sweet though. Dude, I'm just a game jammer now. I can't help it. It's it. It's who I am. It's in my bones. That's all I am. I'm sorry. I just do the game jam. It's over, dude. I'm gonna eat while watching your stream. Interesting. Yeah, this is kind of neat. So we could do, hypothetically, mix jam, try jam, and then the Siberian game jam. No, probably not. Go to Wild Jam is what day? Starts on the 11th. 11th. So we could do mix jam, try jam, and if there's another short one here, maybe. Game idea jam. What is that? Correct time. Ah, water. Hydrate. Got it. A week-long game jam without a theme. Generate your game idea using one of the many available random game idea generators. For example, this. So you just go here and you click a button. I want to know. All in on the gems? I think so, yeah. Your next game idea is an infinite interdimensional gardening contest set in a world where music notes are the only form of communication and the puzzles require lateral out-of-the-box thinking. Holy shit, that sounds so hard to do in a week. Glamorous point-and-click adventure, but you can communicate only through interpretive dance and you can only use the red color. I love this. I love this generator. Cryptic culinary battle, a game about balancing life of a dev and a cat in the 1970s city. Holy shit, this is the best. This is the best thing, dude. I love this thing. Fast-paced psychic detective agency set in a city where buildings grow like trees, wishing to become an astronaut. This is better than any idea I've ever had in my life. Generator feels like a 1-month game jam generator. Yeah, the first. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That first game was like an hour. Not reading the explanation. Why would I read that it's an April Fool's joke? I wouldn't do that. Why? Why would I do that? What do you mean? What do you mean not reading the explanation? What explanation? Open a can of tuna, dropped it and caught it again. Oh, the can of tuna. Okay, that's what I assumed. The can of tuna, dropped it and caught it again, but the lid went and stabbed me. That sounds bad. And also, like, you have tuna inside of you now, given what I know about tuna cans. Yeah, these are assets that are free or you have the right to use. You start working whenever you want. Time box is just for people liking challenges, but the game must be submitted during it. So in teams, other being tagged as contributors. Edit more admins. I didn't know you could do that, actually. There are no prizes. There will be a game key prize for the 1 to 3 best games in overall category. Also, be a video with the best games on my YouTube channel. Neat. Unfolding game dev. Wow. All right, so it sounds like a couple things. 1, we need to host our own game jam. 2, we are just game jammers forever, and there's no going back, and it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna live with our mistakes. 3, I should start doing pixel art on stream, even though I'm gonna be absolutely trash panda, low tier F garbage at it for a while. But maybe we get good at it at some point. I don't know. Maybe, dare I say, if we have a bunch of people helping, like we have people help me with my code, could I get good at pixel art in like a few months? Maybe I could make something respectable. Maybe we start doing art. Oh, scary times. I'm so embarrassed to like try to make art on stream because I'm so bad. I forgot to prime. Let's just use the power of hopes and prayers to keep it in place. Wait, what? Wait, did you like lose it? There's a fuck capitalism jam. I know, and I want to do it. I do. I want to do the fuck capitalism jam, but the theme is very like. I thought it was like an on the nose, like capitalism bad, but it's like, how much will this help us take down the government? I'm like, listen. I think I'm just gonna make games for fun and maybe not for political statements for now. But don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm a fan. You know, I'm not going up to bat for capitalism. Micro jam. Yeah, we're just doing game jams now, dude. Hell yeah. Do this for some minutes. What capitalism? I just don't like it. I just don't think it's that cool. Can I say it? I'm gonna be the first to say it. I don't think capitalism's all that great. Not a big fan of it. Hasn't really done a lot for me. I know. Controversial opinion. I know. I'm excited for this one. Hell yeah. For real? Yeah. Is there any more stuff like in the Discord about this? Info. Mix jam. What the game jam was all about, randomized 3 different prompts. What was the game generator? A game idea generator? What was that? Oh, this is the generator for the jam we're gonna do tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. The mix jam. Probably gonna use Godot stuff. The other one? Oh yeah. It's the what was it? The Game Idea Jam 2024. Here, I'll link it to you, Code Keeper or Ancient Ninja. Sorry. Hey, Virtual Agent, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So nice of you to hit that follow button. Wow, you're a great person, and you're really handsome. I didn't ever tell you that. And pretty. So cool. I'm so happy for you. Okay. How do you make it? Make a game jam. I just want to think about it. I just want to think. Thanks for the compliments. Well, thank you so much for the follow, Virtual Agent. It's so good to have you here. Now that you're a follower, you know, use the free follower emotes. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but you know, more power to you to use them. Name just sounds so familiar though. This game jam is a great way to get together some developers for an event or cause to do what they do best, make games. It's Jam System allows anyone to create a jam instantly. No longer does there need to be for custom software to get in the way of your game jam idea. Alright, it's a free account. I have one of those. How it works. Pretty broad classification when it comes to defining how things are run. The spectrum ranges from ranked submissions to very specific deadlines, to no deadlines and no ranking. Some jams are held only for the internet, while others are associated with a physical gathering. Which hopes to accommodate all these kind of game jams. Customization, ranked jams. So we would probably do ranked, and I would probably do submitters only can vote. I'm a little bit worried about like the voting system if we don't have enough people. I'm trying to think of like what a critical mass would be for how many people before I would switch from like judges to submitters only. I don't know. What do you call holy noodles? Probably like ramen. No, fuck, I was gonna say ramen. God damn it. I was gonna get there, but you got me. Well played. Caesarium. You got me. Dang. I thought you had a 99 in your name, and I was gonna guess that you were exactly 28 years old. It's 999, so that makes you like what, 2028 years old? No, 1028 years old? Hey, no, less than that. I don't, look, it's fine. I'm tired. No time for math. How else do we do this? This looks really easy. So we just have to pick a theme. What would be the good, ooh, all right. Sky Gray Jam, first theme. You're getting specific on my age? 1025? Hey, well, I hope your 1026 here is just as good. You know what I'm saying? You are kind of getting up there. So I just hope that you have a year where you're happy and you get to do the things you want to do with the people that you enjoy doing them with, you know? Happy 1026th birthday. Things cat hate, but dogs love. That's interesting. That's a different game generator. A superpowered interdimensional gardening contest, but it's set in a world where magic is evading taxes. Music is magic evading taxes. Oh. Team Catboy? Cat could work. Part of me wants to either do Sky or Gray. Like all the games have to be grayscale. Part of me wants to do that. I still think the best themes are just themes that are backdrops, like Forge. Forge was just goated game jam theme, and I didn't get to finish my freaking game for it. But Forge, Nautical, what else are some really good ones? Sky maybe isn't actually all that great because like everyone's gonna make a game about jumping on clouds. Theme Furry Boy. I don't think that's gonna go the way you think it will. I think that, well, or maybe it'll go exactly the way you think it will. Private event, you can make your jam unlisted. God, no, I want everyone to participate. What's like, maybe it's going to go away somehow, somehow. What do you mean by that? Head in the clouds. Okay, all right. I feel like people are gonna make that game about smoking things, but I'll think about it. I think we can do our own jam. I think we're gonna do our own jam tomorrow. Okay, how about this? After this next game jam, then we'll take our time to think about like what we want to do for our game jam. So we can do the one. Well, starting tomorrow, we'll do the what is this one? The what game jam? The mixed jam, because this seems so sick, dude. The random generator jam. We're decided by explaining the game to an AI that races 1 to 100. You look in the backend code of the AI, it just rolls a random number. Yeah, we'll do this one starting tomorrow. And then after this, we have a little bit of time between this one and the next game jam. So we will decide how we want to host our own game. And also, start learning pixel art. We're going to start learning pixel art. Even though it's going to look really bad. It'll look really bad. Really bad. But it's going to be okay. We're going to learn together. Mostly me learning, because I'm the one that controls the mouse. But if I say we're going to learn together, it makes me feel personally better about my own personal shortcomings. So like, now we're a team. So it's everyone's inability to draw pixels, not just mine. You able to see your viewer demographic? Yes. Why? What do you want to know? Sky Roswell said to teach everyone how to pixel art. Give me like 10 years, and then maybe I can draw a tree. Any experience for me? Right on, man. Yeah, you and me, Codekeeper, we have similar styles when it comes to making games with no art, which is I represent my things by their actions, not by their. Some iron splitter went to my finger. Can't find it, so I don't know. That's not good. 10 minutes or no deal. 10 minutes? What? Give us the stats? What? Why? Something going on the Roblox dev journey? I think I have a little bit of things going on now. I don't know if I'll do it anytime soon. I think I'm going to go focus on game jams when there's game jams. Focus on pixel art when there's no game jams, but mostly do game jams. So like pixel art would just fill the gaps, and then we'll host our own game jam. We're just the game jammer now. All right, well, that is what it is. We got here because we got here. And now we're going to go somewhere else. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mirror Dimension. How are you? Are you good? I'm pretty good, minus the fact that there was an earthquake earlier. Is the game dead? The game is dead. My apologies. That is okay. We're going to close this for now. Yeah, it's time. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Bye. Thank you all for being here so much. I appreciate it. And the best part, we got through all 3 hours, and my voice isn't cooked. Isn't that great? For the age from both sides of the spectrum, I want to know what the general is. I don't think I can see that. I can only see like locations. Great Pirate Software? I don't think he needs it. I think it's gonna be okay. Our options are, there's no Charter today, so do we want Hello Comics, Cast Makes Games, or Clayman? What do we want? Let me make a poll. We'll make a poll. That's how things work. / poll. I'm leaning towards Clayman because I know some of you guys watch Clayman. I don't actually follow them yet. Host. Hello Comics, Cass, or Clayman. There we go. Start poll. Let's see Skyguy Short on Pirate Software's channel. Raid him. I don't want to raid to posture. That doesn't feel good. Also, he doesn't know who I am, so it's fine. If I raid him, he's probably gonna go, "Hey Skyguy, thanks for the raid," in like a really nice and kind way, and then continue playing Noita, which is exactly what I would want him to do. Yeah, but he could, but I don't want to posture. I don't like posturing. I think that's weird. I think it's a weird thing to do, me personally. I hate it when people did it at work, especially when they did it to me. Like, oh, Thomas isn't really that good at doing this thing, but I bet I could do it better. Stop talking. That's your teammate. We work together. Don't be weird. That's posturing. Posturing is when you're like boosting yourself to help, or like putting someone down, or not, or like sowing doubt in another person to like give your own skills a boost. So you're like posturing to try to get like promoted or get favor. It's sort of like being a suck up to your boss, but it's subtly different in like you're trying to degrade confidence in other people so that you look like a better candidate. In this context, it's more of like trying to be noticed by the person I'm rating, by the action of rating, which is like, kind of scummy, don't love that. It's okay. All right, looks like it's tied. We'll go Cass. Go Cass here. Yeah. Guys, even have to vote. I already voted. I'm sorry. We'll go over to raid Cast Makes Games. They make really cool stuff. They're making a game about being a duck with a hammer. What more could you possibly want in this world? Look at this. You ready? Duck with hammer. Please be streaming. Please be streaming duck with hammer. All right, well, there's still a duck in the bottom right, and you can see the game that they're like, so, duck with hammer. You know what? I fulfilled the conditions. Raid. Okay. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.